Ground Fog, welcome to the chat. Marco was up in here early. How's it going this evening, guys? We're getting things started here. Hopefully, everybody is having an awesome evening. We've been having an awesome, well, like 2 weeks now. So, yeah, yesterday was a little bit rough on the numbers, but hey, we pulled through it. We're still in the game. Nothing to complain about there. Hopefully, everybody is having an awesome day. We had an awesome morning live this morning as well. It was a hoot. So, here we are again, another Phobos Friday. If my count's on, which I'm pretty sure it is, this is unofficially our 60th Phobos Friday. So, yeah, we've been at it for like 14 months now. Every Friday night is Phobos Friday. We talk about Phobos knives, what's going on, and some other gear and stuff here. Joseph, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Welcome back. It is good to see you. How are you doing this fine evening? Yeah, man, we are doing awesome. 5x5. Yeah, so when you're looking for your knife and you're like, where'd I put that knife? I can't find it. I have a drawer full of knives and I couldn't find my knife anywhere. And lo and behold, it was in my pocket. That's right. I decided to EDC the Tier 1 Mini today. And I'm looking for it, like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? And there it was in my pocket the whole time. So, yeah. How is everybody doing this evening? It is great. We'll give the chat a couple minutes to fill up. I ran across a few interesting things today. I'll share with the live as well as the evening goes on. But yeah, hopefully everybody is doing awesome. It is good to see everybody. Yeah, I'm going to start setting these up in the long haul. I think the problem is I set them up, but then sometimes they end up getting deleted. I'm like, well, how'd that happen? It does happen. So where's the rest of this stuff? Getting out a little eye candy for everybody. Joseph is doing well. That's awesome, man. Anything exciting and new? Any new gear? New gear, that's beer. That's what we used to... That was an old skydiving saying. Whenever you got new gear, you bought beer. There's an interesting skydiving tradition, and it goes as such. Whenever something really interesting happens, like you get a new piece of gear, or you make a mistake, you land out, or you have a wrong directional landing or something. I made it. Squat Shot is in the house. How you doing, brother? It's always good to see you, man. Hopefully all is well. You still got to send me some stickers. I was going through my sticker collection today, and I'm like, oh, the only Squat Shot sticker I had, I gave, ended up in a giveaway. But yeah, we'll get you in there. How is Leon doing today, brother? Yeah. So back to the story. The skydiving tradition is whenever something new happens, something different happens. Typically every Friday and Saturday night we have a bonfire. So if something eventful happens, what you do is you go buy a case of beer, and it's your job to pass one out to the experienced skydivers. You usually start with some of the most experienced guys first, and then whenever you're offering somebody a beer for a reason, it's like, oh, what's that beer for? And so you would tell them what it was for. I landed out, and they'll get into a conversation with you, like what led up to that, how to prevent it. It's one of the odd times and one of the rare times in life that a drinking habit actually has some benefit. So, yeah, Squatch, definitely appreciate that, man. I'm going to try to get a couple giveaways going here over the next couple months. So, hopefully, yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're doing. But yeah, I'll throw some Squat Shot stickers in there for sure. T-Rex, what's happening, man? I think I got one of your stickers left, T-Rex. I think I've just got one, though. I think the rest of them went in the giveaways. I was putting stuff together for a giveaway. And, oh, T-Rex sent a bronze medal for 50 joules. Thank you, Rex. We definitely appreciate it, man. How is life been treating you, brother? We have got some... I found a couple of really rare stickers. While I was looking for giveaway. These aren't for giveaway, but I'll share them with you guys. This right here, Skydive Collegeville in Pennsylvania, one of the drop zones I worked at. They have it's a little bit beat up. It used to be prettier. It's scratched and stuff, but yeah, Skydive Collegeville. Good times were had there while they were open, but no longer. New house, lock and key. Yo, yo, yo. Um, and a bottle of rum, right? Isn't that how that goes? But yeah, Skydive Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Some fond memories there. Good times are had. I worked there for 3 years consecutive. Well, 3 seasons. It's a seasonal drop zone in Pennsylvania, and all 3 years were 100% accident free. We had zero malfunctions, zero fatalities, and zero injuries. It was a good time. Skydive Collegeville, Pennsylvania, no longer in existence. There's no link. There's no nothing. But wanted to share it with you guys. Rob's Knife, welcome, welcome. Going to dinner with the family. All you can eat Japanese buffet. That sounds like a plan, my man. That is, have a great time with that. Yeah, buffets, man. It doesn't get any more American than a buffet, does it? Hey, yeah, no, Pennsylvania's pretty close to your new house. That's up to par on the geography. That is awesome. Yeah, it's an interesting place to be. Me and the pilot, we went to Lancaster. We were remember the Amish Mafia. We went we had some time off, so we went cruising around Lancaster looking for Levi, the leader of the Amish Mafia. And the pilot at the time was like this 6'5" lumberjack. Actually, not a lumberjack, but an arborist. And only a cruise buffet. Wife says, "Hey, well, Rob, we're saying hello to the wife as well. Hello to the wife, and the kids, Hello, hello, hello. Have an awesome time at the Japanese buffet. Sounds like a great time. I could go for a little buffet action. I'm not big on eating out all the time, but yeah, nothing wrong with that." And Rob's wife says hello to everybody. Hello, hello. The next sticker. Oh, this sticker. I think I might have it laminated. Yeah, this is a classic here for me at least. But like I said, I'm just gonna share it with you guys because hey, why not, right? Lumberjack. Oh, new house. Say that to an arborist or a lumberjack, and those are fighting words. Is there a difference? Yeah. To us common folk, for the most part, yeah, no, there's no difference whatsoever. But if you talk to an arborist and you call him a lumberjack, he'll be like, he'll be offended, and vice versa. What up, Palmer Conley? What's happening, man? This next sticker, like I was saying, this one is priceless. I hope to take it to the grave with me. And it's a good size sticker too. Flight School Wingsuit Skydiving Academy, man. Back in 2017, actually, the school was started up in like 2016. I wasn't a part of it at the time, but then 2017, the owner was a longtime friend of mine, Scotty Burns, and he was doing everything he could to get me to get on their R&D and instructing team and everything like that. I was supposed to go there for the winter of 2017, but unfortunately, Scotty Burns passed away summer of 2017, and everything kind of crumbled afterwards. I was going to be the supervising master parachute rigger at the Flight School Wingsuit Skydiving Academy, but unfortunately, Scotty Burns passed away, and that was the end of that. I've got a couple of stickers. Actually, I got one on my workbench. This is the only one that's not on something. So, yeah, a little bit of my skydiving history here. But yeah, Scotty Burns and I, man, oh, wow. Some amazing jumps together. Some amazing times were had. He is definitely missed. Got a roll, brother, in for, right on, T-Rex. We appreciate the like, and, man, have an awesome evening. Have a good time. Yeah, it's, it's always a pleasure, T-Rex. Yeah, we got to get together for some other stuff. But anyhow, I just wanted to bust this out. Maybe when some of the other people come in, we'll show it as well. Don Ray, good evening. How you doing? Channel member, welcome to the chat. Always a pleasure to see you. Palmer Conley is up in here as well, channel member. Palmer, how you doing, brother? Oh, new house. Oh, it was you got to use punctuation. Yeah, new house. That's where you messed up. You got to use punctuation, like a question mark or a period. Makes all the difference. Yeah. So, Yeah, there's actually there's a huge difference, man. Sorry about that. Lack of punctuation caused confusion. My bad. Um, yeah, thank God it's Friday, Don Ray. Absolutely. I'm stoked about it. Fridays for me are actually busy, especially with the Phobos Friday evenings. I have a great time with these, and yeah, like I said, where this is our 60th Phobos Friday, and I'm still having a great time with it. We pre-gamed it a little bit on Wednesday. I was doing a 6,000 subscriber little celebration live, and it slowly transformed into a pre-game in Phobos Friday on a Wednesday. Neil McKenzie, hello, my man. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing tonight? How many lives you got going? Always curious to know. Neil's like a super community member. Neil, you'll find Neil here, there, and everywhere. Always a pleasure, always a good time. He always has something positive to contribute. Yeah, Neil McKenzie. Everybody give it up to Neil McKenzie. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Outstanding member of the community. Big time player. You've only got one going. Oh, now I feel like a fool. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes Neil has like, two, three, four going. He's got one on his phone, on his tablet, on his PC. But yeah, Neil's always a pleasure to have around. We appreciate you being here, Neil. We appreciate everybody being here. We're having some good times. You're all good, man. Right on. Thanks, Newhouse. Yeah, Newhouse has got some fun lives going too. If you guys get a chance, if you're in any of the lock picking, yeah, or he gets into some other stuff as well. But predominantly, I think it'd be fair to say Newhouse Lock and Key is a lock picking channel, and also he does it by trade. So he's not just a hobbyist; he's a professional sharing his profession and his hobby, and it's good times. It really is. Lots of conversations, wide range of topics. It goes all over the place, but he's always on the yeah. If you ask him a question about lock picking, he gets on the serious foot and gives you a solid answer. So yeah, definitely a channel worth checking out, even if you're just a little bit curious. And lock picking's not just a profession; it's a hobby. It's called Lock Sport, and it's just a bunch of geeks geeking out on how to open locks without a key, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, like sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, dude, you got both the keys. Like I don't understand why you're not using the key. But are you practicing the slingshot? Not lately, old Hanson. I have not had the chance, man. It's been stupid cold. Like you get up in the morning, it's -2. The high of the day is like 8. So yeah, my broken old hip ain't going out there. When it warms up, when it gets at least to, around the 32 mark, I'll go out there for 10, 15 minutes and take some shots. It's a great time of year to practice a slingshot, though. You don't have to worry about a trap. If you're shooting clay, man, yeah, there's plenty of snowbanks. Just set your target up on the snowbank. Make sure you got a couple feet of snow, and it's well packed down, so nothing's making it through there. Thank you very much. It's like 50% log picking, 10% bushcraft, and 100% shit talking. Yeah, that's about the equation. Yeah, might even be like 200% of the oral diarrhea, but man, it's a good time. And you can help us figure out too where we're pretty sure his wife Marissa has no legs. We're not even sure that she's a real person. I'm convinced that she's a well-programmed bot. Um, but whereas oh wow, that's awesome from New Hampshire Mountain Girl. She is awesome. Yeah, we got all sorts of things going around. Yeah, don't tell everybody, but yeah, good times are definitely had over at Newhouse Lock and Key. We thoroughly enjoy it. There's a solid community there of regulars that just, man, bunch of people that know how to have a good time. No question about that. So, what's everybody drinking tonight? We are to open a lock first, place the cylinder in a vise. Oh yeah, but that's I guess that's part of the lock sport thing. Yeah, there's just some people that just don't get it. Yeah, but anyhow, who said hi? Tony Robble. Tony Robble. I don't recognize the name. I'm not sure if this is your first time here, but welcome to the chat. I'm sure everybody will welcome you as well. How are you doing this fine evening? We're here to geek out on Phobos knives. Talk about some other. I started the live talking about stickers. That's what's wrong with me. But hey, we're not on this planet for a long time, so you might as well have a good time. That's where I'm back at in the world. Well, think about it. Other than being weathered, what's the actual difference between it being in a vise and mounted to a door? Either way, it's not moving. Yeah, valid point. Valid point. But what's everybody drinking tonight? I'm about to pop open a crack in a can. This is yeah, the best beverage ever made, ever in the whole existence of mankind. There has never been a beverage so worthy, so delicious, so outstanding that, oh man, even I think the gods themselves cherish this beverage. It's even good for false deities. Yeah, anybody that wants to consume a Monster Energy drink, well, if you haven't, you're missing out on life. I'm gonna enjoy one. Hopefully oh yeah, you hear the can open, that it just, when it opens, it says, "Oh, I'm delicious." Thank you, Don. I just subbed a Newhouse Lock and Key channel. Sounds interesting. Yeah, Don, it is. It's yeah, Lock and Key's got an interesting channel. Lots of fun. Like I said, and it does get sidetracked a lot, just like here, just like so many other lives. We can start off talking about knives and end up talking about hammocks and backpacks and hats and gloves and you name it. The same is true for Newhouse Lock and Key, but its foundation is always there. If you have a question, you take the time to ask it. He'll take the time to answer it. Neil McKenzie's drinking the black cherry soda. That sounds good as well. I haven't had a black cherry soda in a while. I was just about to say I have one of my Orange Dream Cycle Monsters waiting for me downstairs. I'd imagine it's not waiting much longer after that little intro, huh? You gotta just crack the top, buddy. It's absolutely delicious. Lock picks can be made from these thin pieces of metal used for adjusting the distance of spark plugs. All Hansen, that's some good information. I did not know that. I am completely new to the lockpick sport thing. I've so far I'm an absolute failure. That's a true story. I've got one lock, and the set of lockpicks I have, I'm not sure, they seem a little bit sensitive. I'm kind of more worried about breaking them. I won them in a giveaway from Rock Out With Your Lockout, another outstanding lockpick channel. It's like the James Bond set of lockpicks. Made by Southern Specialties. It's an absolutely cool lockpick set. I've got one lock I've yet to here it is. Maybe it's one of these locks, my man. Mrs. Bushcraft just randomly picked it up for me. It's from the Evil store. What's it called again? Walmart. That's where it came from. Walmart. There's some info on. Oh, look at that. This should be easy to open then, right? I should probably just smack it a couple times with a wiffle ball bat and it should crack open. It says here, made in Dragon Country. You know it's trash. Oh, you can't be trashing the Chinese stuff, man. Yeah, I will, and I'll have fun doing it. But yeah, Newhouse, I'm gonna have to get you on the horn one of these times. I don't know why why bother picking it? It still has both the keys, right? The keys are with the lock. Why do I need to pick it? Doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. You have different thicknesses and can get a feel for what works for you. Yeah. Yeah, Master Lock opens in less than 15 seconds. Okay, I feel stupid. Yeah, there's all kinds of options out there. It's something new. It's something fun. It's something exciting. Newhouse is one of those channels where I showed up for lock picking information, but I stuck around for the conversation. Like, there's some good information exchange there, no doubt about it, if for the serious pickers. But yeah, the conversation is just next level. Working apartment maintenance, I bet picking a lock is better than drilling it out. Yeah, Don Ray. Yeah, on a business end of it, yeah, picking the lock is definitely better than, yeah. Once you drill it out, you're pretty much replacing it, right? So save some money along the way. No one has their keys. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no one has the keys except for Bushcraft. Right on. Yeah, that's where responsibility and organization comes in. I guess I never had to learn how to pick a lock. I know where to keep the keys. I don't keep that many keys either. I've got very few lockable things. I had one of those kryptonite cable bike locks, and I took that thing off in about 5 seconds with a cordless Dremel and the cutting tool. It just, yeah, it was guaranteed. It'd guarantee your bike up to like 10 grand. It was a friend of mine. She had lost her keys, and I'm like, well, we'll try to cut it off or something. And I didn't have those kind of tools sitting around. So I went to our A&P, the aircraft mechanic, and I'm like, hey, buddy, what do you got that'll cut a cable bicycle lock off? And he grabbed the Dremel, the cordless Dremel, threw a cutting tool on it, and he says, just bring it back when you're done. This ought to do it. And it did. It cut through that thing in like 5 seconds. I haven't bought a bike lock since. Like if you can cut them off that quick, there's no point in wasting the $80 or something, whatever it was. It was an expensive bike lock. Use any cheap lockpick on a master lock. They all work. Yeah, it's not that they're not cheap lockpicks by any standards. I just don't know what I'm doing. So I'm sure I'm bound to break one. But yeah, this is the kit I won from Rock Out with Your Lockout. It's a Southern Specialties like wallet style. You can fit all your cool stuff in here. Your ID, whatever. I don't have anything. Credit card. That's not a credit card, man. It's a piece of cardboard, but I get the gist of it. This I have out separate. This is a Grim Workshop dog tag lockpick set. But yeah, this is the lockpick set that I won. It's full. It's got great tools and everything. I just kind of want to get a set of full-size tools to learn on and stuff. He's even got some cool little odds and ends. Some paper clips, some bobby pins, some short little lockpicky thingies. You can't go wrong with this stuff. I don't know what this one's. I guess you could use this as some type of shim or something. Maybe for handcuffs. I've seen people shimming handcuffs like that. Yeah, I've got that in there. It's got a couple of turning tools. It's got even more stuff over here. This is like, these are cool as well. This is like 4-piece. Yeah. So I've got all the tools, right? But yeah, no knowledge of how to actually use them yet. I'm learning though, slowly but surely, and that's a good thing. This is kind of like, in my opinion, like a little. I'm getting too old to be rock climbing all day kind of hobby. But yeah, great kit. But I want to get a full size thing and probably a tabletop bench vise and really go to town on it. I cut off an 1100 in about 1 minute with a Dremel. Yeah. I haven't seen Chaos here yet. I haven't. No, he hasn't been in the live yet. I haven't talked to him since like yesterday. Oh, you can open them with a Featherlight Touch. Ben, how you doing? Welcome back to the chat. It is good to see you. You won't be able to do it when you need to. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, Newhouse, yeah. Yeah, if you don't practice, you won't be able to do it when you need to. I think that goes for just about anything. Practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you are at something. That's why skydivers dirt dive. They got the little creepy crawly things that they slide around on the pavement, and they'll will like routinely go over the formation turning points, stuff like that. Your tensioning wrenches, they are perfect for bottom tensioning a master lock. They are. All right. Well, I have to get a master lock. I don't know what kind of lock this actually is. Like I said, it's the Walmart brand. What is this? It just says hardened on there. It's maybe somebody. Yeah, 45 millimeter. Of course, it's saying made in China. But yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft didn't get this to secure anything. She got this for me to play lockpicking dude with. So, but we'll get around to that someday. Oh, Don Ray's taking off. All right, Don Ray, thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you later. Have an awesome evening. Get some rest. I'm sure we'll see you sooner than later. No doubt about that. So, but yeah, take care. Thanks for being here. Yeah, those tension wrenches are from the 2500 series that Southern Specialty has. Yeah, pretty much identical. Tell Miss Bushcraft. Don Ray, I will most definitely tell her. You said hi. I'll see her in the morning. She's headed to bed. She's getting up early tomorrow. Got some. Yeah, she's heading to work early. Not too early, thankfully, but early enough. Yeah, she's going to use the opportunity tonight to get caught up on some sleep. So, in fact, all the tools are from Southern Specialties. Yeah, except for maybe not the odds and ends like the bobby pins and paper clips and stuff, but. Yeah, Rockout with your lockout did an awesome job. Yeah, that's like a pretty thorough kit. Definitely cool. Bushcraft, you ever watch Project Farm product testing? He has a good channel for testing tools and everyday products. No, Ben, I haven't yet, but I'll definitely check it out. I'm kind of trying to be cautious of what I watch on YouTube at the moment. I've been trying to put out a lot of content, and I don't want to be influenced by other content creators, meaning I don't want to be inadvertently like knocking off other channels or something. I'm trying to keep my content my own. So yeah, bobby pins are also from. Oh, okay. So Southern Specialty makes bobby pins. Maybe that's where they got their start. I don't know, but sounds good. Definitely some good stuff. Did anybody watch the short I put out earlier? Um, it's actually not entirely a short. It's like 2 minutes and 23 seconds long. It was what I'm like. I could do this in under a minute, and I did it a few times, and it kept coming out to like 3 minutes. And then I'm like, no, I gotta make it a little shorter. And I kind of jammed through it. Oh man, I was like trying to work the chest rig around, and I knocked a bunch of stuff over. And I'm like, oh well, whatever. I'll get that later. Um, but I'm trying to do stuff with like minimal to no editing whatsoever. I'm trying to keep it like a little genuine, a little old school. Yeah, I'd rather provide people with information than just entertain people with the ADD. I kind of experimented with that a little bit. Do a 10 to 15 second. It'll get 5 to 10,000 views. But you make it longer, and yeah, it's amazing how short people's attention spans have gotten. Make tension ratios from discarded windshield wipers. I don't know if they make them, but they definitely sell them. I'll have to ask. Um, yeah. Where else are we going with this? Yeah, I got sidetracked. Wow, something fierce. We went from Phobos Friday to lockpicking, but hey, we're still here. That's the important part, right? And good times are had by all. Niche Gucci bushcraft tools and knives are your specialty. Yeah. I wouldn't quite go Gucci. But yeah, I would say yeah, quality over quantity kind of thing. Buy once, cry once. I try to find a happy medium between quality materials and craftsmanship without the Gucci tax. You know what I mean? Like I highly doubt, like if you buy a $1,500 knife, there's a pretty big Gucci tax on there. There's a certain point where craftsmanship and materials end, and you're just paying for the name, and that's what I refer to as the Gucci tax. They say people decide whether or not to watch a video in the first 3 seconds. Yeah, it's kind of like difficult, man. It really is. Ben, no, none of them are under $100. Yeah, none of them are $100. Yeah, not even. Maybe about 2.5 times that. Oh, actually, no. The closest one I own to $100, which I don't know what the price is on it now, is my Spartan Blades Enyo, and I think these are around like 165 now. But that definitely falls under the category of you're getting what you pay for. But man, none of them, not one of them is over $400 either. So yeah, I think Yeah, actually, no, eh, yeah, yeah. I don't think any of them are really over 350. No, no. In fact, when I bought my Horkos, it was only 330. Now they're up to like 365 or 385. Um, so yeah, they're not they're not up there with the full on Gucci. Like what's that company TRC? They make the Apocalypse. I'm sorry, but like $700 for that knife is just it's 50% Gucci tax. And there's a lot of knives like that out there where they brought the price up so much, or yeah, you're paying $500 for a D2 steel knife. I've looked in quite a bit to Extrema Ratio, and I just can't justify their pricing with the materials and everything. So yeah, really, in the U.S., do you need anything thinner than point 0.2? Yeah, I've seen that. That's the most common. The point 0.02 and point 0.025 seem to be the two most common sizes for that. Um, yeah, I could. Yeah, let's shift this out of here. Move a couple things around. I wonder how that would work. Want to drag out another knife? Maybe we'll de-sheath a couple of knives. Is that a word? De-sheath. I think I like that though. But yeah, I carried around. I did the Wicked Wax, cleaned it up this morning a little bit, and I opted to carry the Tier 1 Mini as my EDC fixed blade today. Nice knife, and I did use the Kydex for it. Ever use a Scotch eye auger in bushcraft? I've been looking into those. They seem fun to build shelters with. Ben, I've never had to use one. I definitely want to. I have used them. I have friends that own them. We were out messing around with them. I do plan to get like a full set of Scotch eye augers. There's some other tools that I want to get beyond the basic knife, hatchet, saw, digging tool. I'd like to get some decent chisels and stuff like that, and do some interesting outdoor builds. No, this is the Titan Light by Exotac. I don't recommend anybody buy this. $70 worth of pocket trash. And the Exotac Match Cap XL, which is good. But it's for the price, and it does what it says it's going to do. Whoops, I knocked that. I guess we're not going to leave that out. The problem with the Titan Light, okay, the perk to it was it's a refillable lighter like a Zippo, right? It's probably empty. Yeah, it's empty now. The problem with a Zippo is if you don't use it for a while, they're not airtight, and the fluid like evaporates. So you fill it up, you put it away, you think you're good to go. You go to use your Zippo, it doesn't work. Well, so Exotac designed this. It's kind of a cool concept. It's like a Zippo lighter. And they did have I tried putting a rubber band here or something. There's an O-ring that goes on here that keeps it sealed. But something with the design flaw is the O-ring gets always, like I had 3 or 4 of them. The O-ring gets caught in the threading, and then the threading cuts the O-ring. And then what you have is a $70-something piece of trash that it's kind of pointless. It really is. It's good in concept, but it doesn't function as planned. And this is supposed to be OD green. They totally hosed me on these. Here's what Exotac typically sells as OD green, right? OD green. But this is like granny apple green or lime green, or it's anything but OD green. So I had for some reason both of these came in this crap color, and I had said something and I wanted to exchange them, but they wouldn't exchange it. So I was like, really? Like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna if it were just me using it, it wouldn't matter. I'd rattle can it or something. But where it's like, hey, I'm starting this YouTube channel, I'd kind of like it if you could fix this. And they kind of told me to pump sand. So I was like, yeah, all right, well, not a problem. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't have an affiliate by them. Nothing to do. So you guys get the honest answer. And the honest answer is don't spend 70 something dollars on this turd nugget. It doesn't work as advertised. I mean, basically, you can get a Zippo for 20 or 30 bucks. Get one of those, because this doesn't work as advertised. And I'm sure they sell the O-rings at, some inflated 2,000%. I know it's like a few bucks for a few of them. So, and then you got to pay shipping. So it's not worth maintaining. What do y'all think of an M65? Are they worth the money? The M65 field jacket? Yeah, of course. B&A, welcome to the chat, longtime channel member. How you doing tonight, brother? This is our second go of it today. How was your day off, my man? Oh, Burning Tables Forge. Welcome. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, B&A, did you have the same experience with it? Like that's the problem. One of the problems I have with Exotech, specifically the Titan Light, is the O-ring gets caught up in the threads and breaks. It came with a couple spares. I've been through all of them. I'm just not gonna like spend a whole bunch of money on a couple. Like they're 2-cent O-rings that are gonna cost like 10 or 15 bucks to get. I don't know how many, 6 or whatever. I don't know, but for the money, it doesn't do what it says it's going to do. It's awesome in concept. If it worked as they said it would, I'd be happy with it. Even aside from the anodizing, but yeah, when you pay that much for something, it's just a damn lighter, right? Oh, the blade to the far left. The one on the back. This is a Phobos Knives Tier 1C custom. This one is acid etched with a convex grind. It's got the ferro notch in here. It's CPM 3V steel. It's about like 12 and a quarter overall length, with like a 0.25 inch spine. So it's a heavy duty knife. You can light chop with it. It batons like a champ and everything. Great knife. It did come with the leather sheath, but this one, it's more closer to like the veg tan stuff, but we oil dipped this one. And on the front is a Gen 1, Tier 1 Mini, Gen 2, sorry. Tier 1 Mini Gen 2 is what's on the front here. And this is also acid etched. This is CPM 154 CM steel. And then I've got the an Olight i5TR. It's a AA flashlight, and then I've got an Exotech Fire Rod XL that goes on here. Yeah, but this set is actually, it's a custom set. You can get the knife separately. They've got the Tier 1 Mini. I'm having knife issues today, guys. Oh, because it's right in front of me. Dirt. This is the Gen 3 Tier 1 Mini right here. You can see the changes that have been made, like a nice side-by-side of the Gen 2 and the Gen 3. So there's definitely some changes made. Are you a maker? Sorry, new to your... No, I'm not I don't make knives. No, definitely not. In fact, I don't think I ever could make knives. I think I'm too outside influenced. I have that exact light color and all. Yeah. Yeah, they're good flashlights. Bark River knives, I know that they had a change of hands and things have kind of changed for them. So it depends on when you're buying a Bark River knife, or when the Bark River knife was made. But I've heard some horror stories come out of them. But overall, I guess, roll the dice. I've heard people saying, like, oh, the apex is off and the grind is off and stuff like that when it comes to Bark River knives. I know that for a little while, Phobos Knives was using them as an OEM, but they made so many mistakes that he had to stop using them as an OEM. So, Spring Steel makes excellent knives. Probably, yep. Bushcrafters hate Bics for some reason. I love a Bic lighter. I carry two. 2 is one is none. Yeah, I've always carried two, and now usually in a Ziploc bag, but now I use the Exotac fire sleeves. These do work as advertised, but yeah, two is one, one is none. One in the pocket, one in the pack. Yeah, so first line and third line. I carry the lighter and matches in my second line. I was actually thinking of trying to put a piece of electrical tape around this or something. Like once you fill it up, put a piece of tape around it and seal it up. Because I'm only going to use this thing in an emergency. And I mean, I paid for it. I own it. I might as well make do with what I have. So I might do a little experiment with it. Yeah, fill it up, wrap some electrical tape around it so it cuts off the air, and peel off and see what happens in 60 to 90 days or something. Oh, Clipper lighters for life. Yeah, there is a huge fan base on the Clipper lighters. Can't argue with that. Burning Tail. Oh, thanks, man. We definitely appreciate the subscription, man, and the like as well. I'm sure you know on YouTube every click counts, right? So yeah, thanks, and hopefully you enjoy the channel. We're still figuring out. Like I know a lot about the outdoors stuff, but I don't know all that much about the YouTube stuff. I am one big walking, talking tech tard. Like everything, like when it comes to like this high tech stuff, is a challenge. But I've been learning slowly but surely. Some days I'm more patient than others with the technologies, but yeah, we're getting there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Put some Teflon plumber's tape on the threads. That might work as well. Yeah. Good way to think outside the box there, new house. Yeah, having a lot of fire starters makes a trip into the wild. Yeah, yeah, having some fire starters, and different spots. Like I see a lot on YouTube. I know a lot of stuff on YouTube is fake, but yeah. Oh, my favorite bushcraft one is when they've got the leather pouch with the cord that goes around it. Like it's 1821 or something, and they open it up, and in there is their flint and steel and their lighter and everything's in one bag, right? So under the concept of what if you drop that bag? Now all is lost. So, but if you divide it up like with a military concept, first line, second line, third line, you put one in your pocket, first line, and in my case, I'm using a chest rig as second line. So I've got another matches and lighter and some fire starters in there. That's my second line. And then your third line being your backpack. If you've got a lighter and some fire starters in there, yeah, if you lost your backpack, you still got your first line and your second line kit, so you're still at two is one, one is none. Same thing if you for some reason lost your chest rig, you still have what's in your pack in your first line, and so on and so forth. So even if you were to lose a key piece of gear, you still have what you need to get the job done. Just roll it on the bottom half and then use the end piece to roll on to the cap. You would be wise to pull a lot of electrical tape in a straight line on it. Yeah, I would just put enough to go around. I'm not. That's another thing I'm not into is, yeah, wrapping 10 yards of tape around a lighter. Um, I've only seen that at YouTube on YouTube. Like I spend a lot of time with a lot of outdoors people, and nobody's ever pulled out their big lighter and had like 10 yards of tape wrapped around it. But then unwrap a little bit and put some hooks and sinkers and like, okay, so then when your bic lighter's empty, what do you do with all that stuff? Transfer it. Like once you use tape like that, it's not too usable again. um your water resistant homemade fire starters are good. Oh yeah, have you tried those, old Hanson? They're pretty good. Yeah, the reviews on them are good. Uh, yeah, we had like five or six different recipes, and I destroyed this room testing them. Like every Friday night and Sunday morning, and a couple other times, we just felt like burning stuff. Um, in fact, I was smart and I went and unplugged the smoke alarm and stuff first. That might have been the smartest thing or the dumbest thing I've ever done. I don't know. It worked out in the long run, so we're gonna roll with it. But yeah, so we went through like five or six recipes, and we made some traditional cotton round style fire starters that are, yeah, these things are great. If you know how to use your ferro rod, like one strike and they're lit. I'll do another. I gotta get like some plastic drops and put it over the shelves and everything, because I'm still finding stuff that I missed during the cleanup. So I'm still cleaning soot off of random stuff, and I'll tell you, man, my lungs took a beating. Um, oh, electrical tape makes an excellent tourniquet. I don't know about electrical tape making an excellent tourniquet. Never heard of that before. That's the first time I heard it. But yeah, I got raised by a Vietnam SEAL father with multiple master's degrees. It was an interesting childhood. Yeah, man, just because daddy did it doesn't mean everybody else knows how to. I know there's a certain amount of information passed along, but my dad was probably one of the best mechanics in the Northeast. I don't even want to change my own oil. Just throwing it out there, you know. I don't claim the abilities of others as my own skills. My skills are my own. Um, yeah, or just make some fat wood. You could do that as well. That is another viable option. There are many viable options. Yeah, you know, do what you choose is best for you. So dumb, it was smart. Um, yeah, multiple. So what is it, Agus? Agus, you have multiple patents. I'm a little bit curious about this guy. Yeah, he's joined April 19th, 2024. Where it's on the fence. My dad taught me mechanics, electrical engineering, structural engineering, chemical engineering to build computers. Actually, wow, you needed all that to build a computer. I know a guy with a GED that can do the same thing. But hey, we're gonna make this all about you, aren't we? And I see where it's going. It's a family tradition. It's a family tradition to build computers. That family tradition doesn't go back very far, then does it? Computers have, oh, what 10 generations of computer builders? That's priceless, my man. Rock on with your bad self, though. We're gonna get back to the subject at hand, and whatever it is you do it best. Keep on rocking on with your bad self. Um, oh, you got sniped by Squat Shot. Squat Shot said, "That's enough of your shenanigans. You're out of here." um, where's Cannon? Cannon needs some practice, man. The other night, Cannon was he took out Justin Ronan with friendly fire. So no, that's the wrong dude. Oh, Cannon is priceless. Gotta love that man. Love him to death. Um, I got an engineering degree in rocket science to fix locks. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm a damn aerospace engineer, and I'm not even joking. Like, but it doesn't relate to bushcraft very much now, does it? Yeah, if you want a properly designed wingsuit and stuff, I got you. If you need a landable parachute that's comfortable to fly, has soft on heading openings, I got you. But that doesn't mean I'm the master fire builder. Um, yeah, I need a 15-step chart to tie my shoes. That's okay. And somebody to read the chart to you, right, Ground Fog? Um, how you doing tonight, Ground Fog? It's a pleasure to see you, my man. I was in complete awe earlier in the week. I had a live, and I actually, you weren't here. There was no, like, 8 hour early, like, hello. There was, like, Ground Fog was missing. I'm like, there's proof he's human. Like, we finally have proof that Ground Fog is human. He missed a live. Like, entirely. You missed it 110%, but it's good to have you here, Ground Fog. We're confirming that you're human. But Marissa, on the other hand, there's still no evidence. So Newhouse Lock and Key needs to produce some evidence. Otherwise, Marissa's just a bot. What is this channel about? First time here. Well, like the title says, it's about bushcraft. It's about Bushcraft Rebooted. It's a fresh new look at bushcraft, kind of like old school meets new school. We're not going to fake you at all. At no time ever while out bushcrafting have we ever cooked a tomahawk steak. Like, whoever's dragging that stuff out of there, it's just one step of crazy. Yeah, we're getting away from the Grizzly Adams. Everything's got to be wax canvas and all that to modern, more contemporary materials, which you can accomplish the same task with lighter, more efficient, more durable, long-lasting equipment. This channel is a Taylor Swift fan channel. B&A only when you're here, brother. Did you want what's Taylor Swift's newest release? We know you've been what yeah, B&A likes to go to the shop and what's that? Shake it up, shake it out, shake it, baby. But yeah. How do you feel about black powder reloading 12 gauges? Man, hey, whatever wets your whistle. If you enjoy, like, whatever, that's the whole thing, too. Whatever you enjoy, it's your game. Play it however you want to. That's what I always like. That's the ultimate thing is, yeah, there's certain guidelines that you need to adhere to for safety reasons, for self-preservation. But beyond that, it's personal preference. You can go out there rocking like your favorite Davy Crockett or Grizzly Adams outfit. You can have a bedroll, which I've never seen anybody carry outside of YouTube. Like that's like nothing screams 1850s like a bedroll. You know, they've got their cut or wax canvas ground sheet with their wool blanket with the special thing, and then they got their little wax canvas pantry or whatever they roll up in there. You can fit an axe in there too, man, and you won't even notice it's there. And then they make a little 550 sling, 550 cord sling. It's like, yeah, dude, you're gonna truck it 20 miles with that little skinny piece of 550 cord digging into your neck. Like it works great from your back door to your backyard. But come on now, let's be honest with it. Yeah, but whatever. If you like, it's like where is it? Going to Valley Forge or something like that. You know, like I've seen the Valley Forge reenactment. It's impressive. They bring out all that colonial era uniforms and muskets and everything. It's so much fun to watch. But let's be honest, none of us are really going camping or hunting like that, or you know. If I were on active duty today, I don't want them giving me a muzzle loader. I don't want to line up in formation to conduct battle. So much like a lot of combat is outdated, a lot of the outdoor things have become outdated too. And I understand there's the reenactment crowd or the reminiscing crowd or the we like to pretend we're prehistoric crowd, but I'm not part of that crowd. Oh shit, I'm dressing up as Deadpool. New house that might actually happen on this channel. I might go bushcrafting as Deadpool. Wouldn't that be a hoot? The titanium cut fits in Nalgene bottles perfectly. Which this is the this makes me an official bushcrafter. This is the Pathfinder titanium cup. It doesn't fit stainless at all. Here's the Pathfinder. So I'm an official bushcrafter. I've got the Dave Canterbury Pathfinder stuff. It was a gift, guys. Cut me some slack. Doesn't fit at all. But what will fit, and I was pleasantly surprised about this, is it will fit the Vargo Parabottle like a glove, man. And then we'll take it one step further. The Vargo cozy, whatever this. Man, I have got full stupid when it comes to these things. I don't know if it's a cozy or a koozie or whatever you guys want to call it. It nests into the neoprene sleeve. That's what this is made out of, neoprene. Why don't we just call it a damn neoprene sleeve? So you've got your cup and your neoprene sleeve in there. On there. Cozy. The Nalgene bottle? Where'd you see a Nalgene bottle? I don't think it doesn't fit a Nalgene bottle either. We'll check that out. Yeah, no. It is most definitely not happening. It does not fit a Nalgene bottle. It does fit, and of course it fits the Pathfinder titanium bottle, which I can grab. Woo woo. Here's the Pathfinder titanium. Of course it's gonna fit. It's from the same guy, right? So yeah, the titanium fits the titanium. I do have a stainless steel set as well, but yeah, I just don't bust it out. I've moved past stainless steel, like that was the thing for the longest time. Lost and Happy, man, that's such a happy screen name to have. Yeah, I've been there before, like just lost and happy. Well, at least I don't have to be anywhere. Good evening, my man. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hopefully all is well in your world. Yeah, yeah, and that's one of the things that people talk about with the one of the downsides to titanium. It's a plus, it's a minus, depends on how you view it. Titanium tends to not hold heat; it releases it quickly, which is great if you're waiting for stuff to cool down so you can get back on the trail or back on the bike. Yeah, titanium's great; it cools off faster than the other materials. But if you're trying to keep your beverage warm or something, then not so cool. But yeah, so you've got the koozie, and you could even roll it back. We saw it fits over the cup. You could roll it back to fit your cup. So if your coffee's in your cup, right, about roll it back a little bit, and not like Walmart. We're rolling back cozies. Um, well, that's quite enough of that. Yeah, KO Knives, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. KO Knives, man, he had an awesome little sharpening session going there. Some freehand sharpening, and yeah, good stuff on his channel as well. Had a good time over there and learning a little bit about freehand sharpening. But I tend to I've never been big into freehand sharpening. I've used fixed angle devices. I've been on the Lansky now for over 3 decades, and the only thing that's going to change my mind, it's revolutionized sharpening in my opinion, which really doesn't matter. Don't take my opinion when it comes to like super sharpening guys. There's way more qualified people out there, like KO Knives, for example. That dude's got mad skills compared to me, so I rely on fixed edge sharpeners. And my Grail sharpener is the Wicked Edge Gen 4 Pro with micro adjust. Yeah, like I haven't had dreams about that one. Like when you can, oh, that I don't screw that one up at all. Wicked Edge Gen 4 Pro with micro adjust. Now, that's just it just flows off the tongue. It was meant to be like, yeah, the Wicked Edge Gen 4 Pro micro adjust and me. I could write a song about it and come up with an infomercial just for the fun of it. Always free. Yeah, always freehand, man. Yeah, the only time you'll catch me freehanding, and this is why I suck at it, is if I absolutely positively without a doubt have to like resharpen a knife in the field. Like I'm off the grid, I'm off the pavement, I'm out in the woods, and for some reason I've dulled up my knife. That is the only time you'll catch me freehanding it, and it'd probably take you 3 minutes to fix it. It's 30 minutes for me. Like I'm in no way like sharp knife sharpener extraordinaire. That's why some people will come through here and be like, "But are those knife sharps?" Well, they're as sharp as I can get them, but I guarantee you, somebody with more skill can have a knife sharper than I can. No doubt about it. Um, yeah, I think. Oh, what? Yeah, I think this one is a 600 mil. I think that's the problem. Yeah, I think it's 600. But I don't know if it's 600 to the line and then it's 750. And even then, you can have. I've seen them where they offer like, it's a 750 mil cup, but it's a like tall and narrow, where it's a 750 mil cup. It's short and wide. 750 mil sometimes is a cereal bowl. Depends on who you're looking at. Like Keith's Titanium or Tokes or Vault or whatever. Vargo. There's so many people out there cranking out the titanium now, and they've got, everybody's got their own unique, here, buy ours for this reason. Like the only reason why I went with Vargo, and this is, I'm on the, no, I'm not on the fence about this. This is one of the happiest purchases I've made in the past couple of years. This is the only titanium bottle I've found that has a lid attachment to the bottle, right? So you're next to the river and you're in a rush and you're doing stuff, and oh, there goes my lid down the river. So key point, and this is strictly personal, it's the para bottle, right? There are few people in this world that can get away with para anything on the level that I get away with it without being a poser. Yeah, I've got more jumps than most, so I'm a master parachute rigger. I deserve to have a para bottle. Who cares if it was $160? It's a para bottle, man, and titanium lid attached. You can change out. I'm going to change out the paracord, geek it all out, be a total gear queer. Everything's going to match eventually. We got eventually stuff is going to Burkle Cerakote. I'm gonna match up everything. It's gonna be It's going to be the most beautiful bushcraft set YouTube has ever seen or will ever see. Yeah, that's arrogant to say, but yeah, why not, right? Everybody's got to have their claim to fame. I'm going to have the most spectacular, most matched up, absolutely awesome bushcraft kit YouTube the world has ever seen. Yeah, the world, right? Why not, right? I'm after world domination with a gear set. Yeah, I got gear issues. Anybody else? Anybody else? Like you don't need it, but you bought it because you just had to have it. Um, I found out by chance that is a perfect fit. Yeah, Vargo makes an interesting knife with a titanium blade. Yeah, I've checked out some of Vargo's stuff for sure. I've got an affiliate link with them. I've got their utensil set and their chopstick set, and I love it. It's just great. I've got a thing going on for titanium balls, the titanium grail. Oh, right. Like I love the Ultra Press to start off with. I got it years ago. Mrs. Bushcraft got it for me for Christmas, and it's great. You throw it in the pack for day hikes. If you live in an area like I don't recommend it, like Nevada, Arizona, places like that. But if you live in an area where water is plentiful, like here in New Hampshire, you can't walk 3 or 4 miles tops without running into some water. New York is the same way. And then 16 ounces isn't quite enough. Pow, you've got your 1 liter, right? So fill this twice. You dump it into your 1 liter. Fill it a third time. You got 1.5 liters. That's pretty trekking. You could even bump it up, right? Do the math. You can get the GeoPress, which is like 24 ounces. You could just go on the cheap and get a 48-ounce Nalgene bottle, right? This is the 32 ounce, but the 48 ounce just a smidge longer, and kapow, yeah, now you've got 2 liters. So you've got the 48 ounce plus the 24. You've got a little bit more than 2 liters of water. So yeah, that absolutely works. But yeah, here in New Hampshire, you can use it's great. Like this was kind of the trial run. Yeah, this is the original Ultra Press, and I use this one. It's great. The only thing I would change about this is, man, they need to tether the cap. Like companies that do this, we don't tether the cap. It just they haven't spent enough time outdoors yet to lose a cap. But yeah, so I got to use this one a whole bunch. I loved it, and then the added features of the titanium. It's slightly more compact. No big deal. Whatever. I'm not a gram weenie. But I have been in situations where if I could lower a container down and bring up the water, well, bam, they got a D-ring. They've got handles, so it kind of makes your mug obsolete, or it's useful. Flip a coin. Mrs. Bushcraft can use the coffee cup, and I can use the grill cup. So yeah, awesome features. I prefer a backpack with side pockets for water bottles. Yeah, Hanson, I'm the same way. I love that. Yeah, that design's been around for years. It's almost like I won't buy a backpack without the side pockets for that reason. Absolutely. But this is actually the Ultra Press. I'm going to mount it below my chest rig. Anybody watch the Prepared Airman? He's got a thing where he uses. So I'm totally giving credit where credit is due here. I didn't. This isn't my idea. This is belongs to the Prepared Airman. That's where I saw it first. But there's a bottom mounted sleeve that is originally it's a like an IFAC roll that goes underneath your chest rig, and it opens from both sides, so you can left or right access it. But I'm not going to buy it for the trauma kit. I'm going to buy it to put the Ultra Press in. So the Ultra Press will be mounted right below the chest rig. And like once again, yeah, that belongs to the Prepared Airman to the best of my knowledge. But I'm totally going to use it. He's, like, why not? It's a solid concept. I'm going to give it a try. Vargo Sabata 398 titanium blade and scales. Yeah, I've got to check. I'm sure I've seen it. Or is it something new? KO knives? Is that something that came out with recently? Have you seen my lockpick collection? I don't think I need most of it. Hell, I have a $300 electric pick I don't use. Yeah, new house. If you go to my channel page, there's a PO box there. If the stuff's in your way, man, I'll take it off your hands. No problem, brother. Yeah, and no charge for that either. Like I'll field test that stuff for you. Side pockets may contain beer. Yeah, well, Hanson, they may once in a while, maybe a little more often than once in a while. In fact, a good side pocket, you can fit a Nalgene bottle and a pounder, like at least a 16, 20 ounce or something. I just spent 450 on a good IFAC kit. That yeah, they're not cheap, man. Like a good IFAC kit costs money. Yeah, 450 is, and it's one of those things like if you never use it, you're like, oh man, I spent $450. But if it gets used once, it can make all the difference in the world. And that $450 is just a drop in the barrel. Being outside may be such an occasion. Yeah, has anybody ever done a drinking hike? Like you hike out somewhere just to sit down, have a couple beers, and hike back. I've done that a few times. Like you just need to get off the grid. Society's driving you absolutely bonkers, and so yeah, I've gone little hikes where it's just like yeah, there's a bench at the end of this. I got a couple of 16 ounces or whatever in the backpack, and yeah, I think most have done it just a random. I like drinking and hiking. Mainly off grid chimes in with I like drinking and hiking. Who doesn't? And to the best of my knowledge, it's not illegal anywhere. Um, yeah, that it's and good times are had by all. Yeah, mainly off grid. He's got a great channel going as well. Does all kinds of stuff. Yeah, if you want to see some what do they call like an Alaskan sawmill, right? He's got a setup like that going. He makes his own boards and everything. Has some great bonfires. You gotta get there and check out the prison toilet. That's the talk of the town. Yeah, the prison toilet is. Yeah, and they're making prison pickles or whatever, hot dogs or something. It's a good time. Bees Tactical. I think they've got some pretty cool designs. I have checked them out. In fact, they've got a side expansion wing set that I'm looking to get. That full tank tactical doesn't carry, but it's a 4 row Molly side wing expansion that I'm going to put a couple of pouches on. Of course, you're going to put pouch. Who puts a side wing extension on and puts nothing on it? Um, oh, Bees Blades on YouTube. I don't know, man. In fact, I'd rather refrain from even. Yeah, whatever people's opinions are of other channels. Yeah, this really isn't the time or the place for it. Cause we could go down that road all day long. There are some rotten evil channels out there. There's some rock solid channels. But yeah, I'm not when it comes to the knife community, I keep my nose out of it because there's a lot of corrupt people out there. There's people that think they own YouTube. They think they're the police of YouTube. So yeah, I have my Phobos knives and that's it. I don't really want much to do with that community anymore. Um, so yeah, there you have it, man. I don't know. I've checked out a whole bunch of channels, but it is what it is, man. I don't even know. Like if somebody wants to chime in on it, by all means, go ahead. I guess it's yeah, practice your First Amendment right, but um, yeah, 18 years single malt McClellan for the goal. Yeah, that's yeah, 18 years single malt for a hike. Yeah, that's one. That's a nice hike. A little bit of a pricey hike too, isn't it? Well, that conversation came to an end rather quickly, hasn't it? Um, but yeah, when I don't know. It is what it is, my man. I guess an important thing to remember when you're here on YouTube, because everybody wants to think it's all peaches and cream, rainbows and unicorns. But behind these channels are everyday people, and not all of them are good. Wait, you just stay away from the other knife channels? Um, if they belong to a certain group, yes, I do. I steer completely clear of them. They think they own there's a certain group of people out there. It's not all of them. It's some of them. They think they own the internet. I've seen them literally gang up on a channel in the live chat, accusing them of buying subscribers and just admit to it. And in fact, anybody that wants to confirm this, you can go to Tactical Llama. who no longer does YouTube because of that group. And yeah, KO knives. No, you don't. Like I said, it's not all of them. It's some of them. But I sat there watching. In fact, I unsubscribed from channels during that live because for some reason a certain group of people felt the need to go in there and make false accusations. When asked if they had any receipts, they had no proof of anything other than a hunch. Or I've been doing YouTube long enough. I know how the algorithm works, and there's no way you get that many subscribers that quick. But my point is who authorized you to be like police YouTube? Nobody. They took it upon themselves to accuse somebody of something that they couldn't prove, humiliating him during his live chat. They're just a filthy group of people. They really are. They come across as we accept everyone, and we're the group of acceptance and tolerance. But yet they totally like brown shirt people's live chats. They try to control people when you can and can't go live. If you go live when you're not supposed to, you're stepping on somebody's toes. It's like, dude, it's an open platform. Anybody can do whatever they want to do whenever they want to. If you're silly enough to come up with an agreement with somebody that I'm only going to go live at, Monday mornings at 2 a.m. because that's the only thing available on the schedule, well then, sorry for you, man. Like, yeah, I would not. Like, it's cool to have friends on YouTube. There's a lot of good people. Like here, there's a bunch of channels here, mainly off-grid, New House Locking Keys, KO Knives. There's many more as well. And they're all a good time. I gave up on quite a few channels for various reasons. I get it. Yeah. So it goes pretty far and deep. But there's certain people that and I feel bad for them because they get sucked into these groups. And it's not just the knife community. Every niche has it. Every genre on YouTube has a certain group of people that want to dictate and control everything. When your channel pops up, it's like they're McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Checkers, and the new channel is the Five Guys Burgers opening up across the street. You're a competitor, you're a challenge. And they'll try to befriend you up front to control you. One of the things that they do is they'll be best friends with you. Like, hey, buddy, we're besties. Yay, life is so exciting. And you're like, oh, cool, I need a moderator. And next thing you know, you got a couple moderators in your live chat that are just, without you even knowing it, they're banning everybody from your channel that they can ban. And they've been caught doing it on multiple occasions. So, yeah, you got to, proceed with caution. I try not to step on toes, but I don't really. Yeah, that's with me, KO Knives. Stepping on toes isn't a philosophy that I understand. It's an open platform. If I want to go live any time of day, any time of night, whether I'm throwing like hey, it's an insomniac social who wants to hang out, or I'm up early. I got up early with Mrs. Bushcraft at 3:30 in the morning, and she headed off to work, and now I got nothing to do for the next 3 hours. So like this morning, it turned into a what I don't even remember what I called it. It was a Phobos Friday morning coffee session. Or, if I want to, I hit 6,000 subscribers today, which I did on Wednesday. I'm like, I'm going to have a live tonight and celebrate it at whatever time I threw the live at. Like, yeah, this concept of being a dictator, dictating when people can and can't go on or off the YouTube is just, it's absurd. It's completely absurd. There was this, everybody's heard that hashtag be up thing, right? Like that's some Jason guy or something. Now, no disrespect to those that aren't here anymore. Many of my friends aren't. I never met the man. I never had a conversation with him. I have no clue who he is whatsoever. But apparently something coincides with hashtag be up in my birthday. So I was having a live. Hey, it's my birthday. I want to do a live and hang out with my friends and talk about gear and whatever comes up. And the onslaught of people are like, it's hashtag be up day. You shouldn't be doing a live. You're not on the schedule. It's like, dude, I don't care. I'm not on the schedule, so I'm not a part of your little clan. Like, I'm not going to adhere to your cult rules because I'm not a part of your cult. The 750 millimeter cut fits many of the just had water meals. It does. Okay. That's a good point. Yeah, I think like 750 to 1,000 mil is a sweet spot. We need a morning monster and Bushcraft learns lockpicking live. Oh yeah, that's tweaking out on monster drinks, and I'm gonna sit there with a lockpick. Oh, that's gonna be a comedy special. That is oh, Chaos Theory, don't worry about it. You're never late, man. We're always here. But as always, Chaos, it's good to see you, my man. How are you doing? You didn't thwack yourself in the head today with any broomsticks or anything, have you? Like, hopefully, yeah, you got to heal up, brother. No, the problem is I don't like sharing viewers. When a larger channel streams, they take most of the viewers. There isn't a point in fighting the algorithm. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons to do it. You're absolutely right. There is, but it's good to have friends too. Just make sure that there's boundaries and everything. Um, yeah. And I find it even more repulsive because certain people in that group, if they know you're live, they'll come in, and this is a total violation of YouTube's terms and services. In fact, moderators, if you catch anybody coming in here saying, I'm going live in 10 minutes or so and so is going live in 10 minutes, report them. Like, if they want to play that game, well, like, I'll play hardball with them. Like, I love shouting out a good channel. But, yeah, I've had, in fact, I just banned Kodiak Edge bladesmithing for repetitive violations of that. So, and that's a cold hard fact. He's come in here and like, hey, my live starts in 10 minutes if anybody wants to come over and have fun. Or, hey, does anybody have any recommendations for a paracord project for my live that starts in 20 minutes? It's like, dude, you realize you can't do that. But I unfortunately, I did not report him, but I did ban him from my channel. I don't know if it's just a supreme boomer mentality that he's got going on, some type of entitlement, but yeah, I booted him. Like, absolutely. Kodiak Edge bladesmithing has been banned from this channel. Yeah. And that he's the kind of person, he's just, anyhow, I'm going to move on from that. Yeah, the super stealthy hideout is there so nobody sees you put cream in your coffee. Yeah, it's still early, right, Chaos? Yeah, not yet, but anything's possible. The day is not over yet. Yeah, bro, I'm happy that you read other comments and genuinely real down to earth to us. Oh, lost and happy, man. There's no such thing as little guys. We're all little guys on this planet, man. And unless you got $1 billion and you own the platform or something, yeah, we're all people, man. I try to treat everybody as equals. Until they prove otherwise. If you're a degenerate, we're going to boot you. But for the most part, most of the people that come through here are just good guys enjoying their hobbies and out to have a good laugh. There's women as well. Women come through here, like 3.8% or so. Not too many. But we got like Mo Patty EDC. She hangs out here. Don Ray was here earlier. Mrs. Bushcraft hangs out. There's our 3%. There's a few others as well. Northern Girl Hobbies cruises through here. New Hampshire Mountain Girl. There's definitely some women that come through here. But yeah, KO Knives. I know, right? Yeah. As long as the check's in the mail, they'll show up. No, I'm just kidding. Mrs. Bushcraft, she doesn't really count because she's with me. But yeah, we get a few women that come through here that enjoy their hobbies. Yeah, B&A chimes in. Like, all of us can only think of two. It's Don Ray and Mo Patty, Trish. Yeah, but we do, man. That's like, oh, that's as geeky as like women going to the comic book store, right? Anybody watch The Big Bang Theory? So, like, there's a woman comes into the live chat. It's like, oh no, there's a woman in here. Like, what do we do? Quick, behave yourselves. Yeah, I'm going to retire in 15 years. I want to head up to Maine. Maybe I can stop and have a cup of coffee with you. Oh, man, you don't have to wait 15 years. I might not be here in 15 years. I'm getting old. I'm beat up, man. Yeah, where are you at? Maybe I'll cruise through there. We'll have a cup of coffee. I do plan on doing another ride of the Eastern Seaboard. Like, I'd like to make a ride from New Hampshire, my home state, to Key West, the 0 mile marker. It won't be my first time there, but it'll be the first time there leaving from home. I've made multiple trips from like New York and stuff, all the way down there. Mostly New York, Long Island, and upstate New York. Bushcraft is a cool dude, and I'm not just saying it because of the yeah. You want to order some lemonade, Newhouse? I'll trade you all those lockpicks for 1 ounce of freshly squeezed butt crack lemonade. There's some woman somewhere apparently like making like $40K a month off of selling lemon juice that she squeezed with her butt. And it's like, for $40K a month, I'm squeezing lemons with my butt. And as a cyclist, I got like buns of steel. I could squeeze some lemons. I've been talking to women on my streams. Terrifying. Sometimes it is terrifying, man. You just gotta. I think the trick to finding good women, because inherently all women are crazy. You have to find the ones that not only admit to being crazy, but they're a little bit proud of it too. And once you've scored that, oh man, it's heaven. Like Mrs. Bushcraft, she knows she's crazy. She'll admit it, and she'll admit that other women are crazy too. It's kind of like getting inside intel, you know. Um, I'm 5'4" with a 9-inch New Jersey with a 9-foot New Jersey attitude. Neil McKenzie, that's priceless, man. That's almost like oh, what's that country song? I'm 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Like, yeah, couple of shots, couple of beers, and I'm invincible. It has to be one that knows how to control her crazy. She does a pretty good job at controlling it, but it's like um, I stopped trying to understand women because women understand other women and they hate each other. So I just stopped trying to understand. I shake and nod and oh yeah, dear, whatever you say, and then yeah, it's all fun. Have you tested power banks? I found that some of the older ones support fast charging. Yeah, old Hanson, I've used quite a few power banks. I haven't had too much luck with all of them. I've had luck with a few. Oh, what's the name of the company? Kodiak. The power banks that I want to try are the Nightcore ones. There's two actually. Oh, what's the other one? Um, the Dark Energy Poseidon. It's IP8 rated or something like that. IP6 or IP8 rated. Um, the only downside to that one is it's a 10,000 mAh battery bank. I prefer to run something around 20,000, which brings me to Nightcore. But they don't have that. They're not like the same rated. So I've got to rig a way to like yeah, just have some solid waterproof bags. I'm thinking like the Magpul DACA bags if I run the Nightcore. If I run the Dark Energy Poseidon, but that's the whole thing, man. That's one of the downsets to YouTube is like, all right, so I get a couple of Nightcore battery banks. They're $100 a piece. I get a couple of Dark Energy battery banks. They're a couple $100 a piece. And before you know it, you're like $600 and it's just batteries. Which I need to get batteries to be able to run this off the in the outdoors. You know, I'm gonna have to invest in some more batteries. Like I know what I use bike touring, and then that's going to be like grossly exacerbated by the fact that I'm recording a lot and using much more, and many more things using power. Um, my battery thing is solar and has 25,000 mAh. Have you tested the solar on that battery? Like run the battery completely down and then see how long it takes to charge. I've had a few of those battery banks with the solar power mounted on it. Here's a piece of trash battery bank I got a few years ago. Oh, it's got a light. All right. And this battery bank sucks. Yeah, this is the one. The little door thingy cracked within the first few weeks of it, so it doesn't close and seal up properly anymore. It would be a good battery bank. The problem is this thing takes like 14 hours to charge. So something to take into consideration when you're buying your battery bank is not just like what the total storage capacity is, but what the charge time is too, and even plugged in. But yeah, I've never had luck. The ones with the solar panel, yeah, like you can leave that thing out in the sun for like 5 days in Florida, and if it hasn't like blown up, it's probably at like 20%. Like the solar panels are so small, you need like something at least like 30 watts, 30-watt solar panel. I've used a few different brands. What is it? Solar Film is probably by far the best brand. Yeah, it takes weeks to charge. Yeah, so what you end up with is, in my case, like super sensitive solar panels that pretty much don't really produce much of anything. And in a real emergency, they're not going to do you much good unless you sat there forever waiting for it to charge. And the other problem is, like I said, I've left stuff out in the sun to charge, and you know that's one of the problems with lithium batteries is they get too hot, and you've got yourself an improvised an IED or whatever. Always have more solar panel to compensate for poor weather. Absolutely. Yeah, another good way to charge, depending on where you're at, is either through a windmill. They've got some portable ones, um, or through like hydropower. There's what's it called, the wind lily. There's an interesting setup out there. It's supposed to be pretty good. What a shitastic day! 14 hours of pure hell. Good to see you, Cannon. It's good to see you as well, my man. 14 hours. Yeah. Did you what? Did you just rip the whole wall down? Um, Interesting thing happened. The solar panel popped off when it got too cold. Oh, yeah, that's usually they get too hot, and that's when they go pop. But yeah, too cold doesn't surprise me either. Yeah, I've never had luck with a solar enhanced battery. It's the solar panel so small. Like it might have worked on like those 1985 calculators or something, but that's about it. Barbed Hooks, welcome to the chat. How you doing? How was your day? Hopefully better than Cannon's. Cannon, yeah, Cannon's been dealing with this wall of spaghetti. You kind of want to call it a bowl of spaghetti, but it's so much bigger than a bowl. It's the entire wall of it. I don't know. So I don't know what happened to it. Somebody, probably some tweaker just went like, one of these has got to be a straw with Gatorade or something. It just completely tore up. So it's one of those, yeah, tear it all down and start over. You're never going to sort out that wall of spaghetti. But yeah, it is going good. So tomorrow, guys, tomorrow I'm thinking about throwing another live. How many people? Because we're not a knife channel. I was thinking about, because everybody's got their own little geeky day sayings, what about Silky Saw Saturday? Anybody up for a conversation on saws? I'll get out the collection. We'll probably talk about saws, but we'll probably talk about other things. Who's interested? Barb Design River. There's a twig stove that converts heat to a tiny charge on a power bank. Not powerful, but better than nothing. Yeah, well, Hanson, yeah, I've seen those as well. And they've got the little fans that like turbo speed it and everything. Those seem pretty interesting. But I wonder what the actual output is. I've gotten to the point there's very few reviews on YouTube that I actually trust. I've been offered enough contracts by enough companies that I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people full of crap out there. Like they're straight up, like everything they're saying, they're told to say. It's not everybody. It's not. It's not. It's some people. Some people out there are taking contracts with these companies, and so I kind of like a lot of what I've taken for granted on YouTube. Yeah, it's awkward, and in my profession, there's a lot of people that BS about skydiving out there, or they're like jailhouse lawyers when it comes to skydiving. So I'll check out some skydiving videos and I'll read through the comments. And with 27 years of experience, I know the truth from the fiction. And there's some people, they haven't got a single jump in their entire life. They didn't even go to airborne school and get their 5 jumps in. But they ask Chat GPT and they become skydiving experts. And they'll sit there and argue with somebody like me, who's like I lived it for 27 years. Yeah, the ups and downs, that was my day-to-day life. But yeah, somebody who's never jumped before, never been on a drop zone, doesn't even know the first thing about parachutes is going to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's YouTube comment section in a nutshell. And it's one of the few things that I can 110% verify. I can tell you whether the person's full of it or not. And I'd probably say 95% of the comments, the people are full of it. They're all just like jailhouse lawyers. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of dismissible information on YouTube. And like I said, I've learned more and more about that because many companies have offered me, like, would you like to show our gear? We'll send you a free sample. It's like, oh, you're sending me a free sample in exchange for all the copyrights to the videos that contain your product and then some. I'm told I can say specific things and I can't say other things. So I'm going to stick to the honest route. The only chance somebody has of getting an affiliate link with me is if I've used their product before and I'm open to say what I want to say and my content remains my content. Otherwise, they can go pump sand. Um, yeah, they sell that stove in many shops, so some people must like it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how well it works. Really, that would be my big thing. And batteries keep getting bigger and more difficult to charge. So yeah, that's kind of yeah, KO nice. I won't take money if they tell me what to say. I'll say what I say, and I won't sugarcoat it. Yeah, KO, that's the way to go, man. And yeah, I like your channel. Same thing. If I'm watching your channel, it's because you're an honest, straightforward shooter. The same goes with like new house lock and key, mainly off grid stuff like that. The same thing with me. Like, yeah, I have the gear that I like. I'm not trying to sell you anything. Buy whatever the hell you want. I'm just enjoying my hobby and trying to share my. Like, I'm 51 years old now. I've got a lot of outdoors experience, so I'm either sharing it with newer people or I'm enjoying it with other like-minded people. A lot of the guys in this live, that we're in the same age group, plus or minus 5 years. And I thoroughly enjoy it. Like I have no problems like admitting to stuff I don't know. In fact, a lot of times I don't know a knife thing. I ask a knife guy. Like B&A, brand new American. That dude knows more about knives than I do. And I'm the idiot behind the camera. He's in the live chat, but I won't hesitate to. Hey, B&A, do you know anything about this? Nick Martino as well. He's in here quite often. He loves geeking out on Leatherman. He knows everything about Leatherman, way more than I do. So if Leatherman comes up, I don't know. Hey, like Nick, what do you know? Neil McKenzie's another one. He knows a ton about a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot of the people in here are just awesome dudes. Jesus, Dole, how old do you think I am? KO Knives, I think maybe you. Oh, I'm gonna guess. My original thought was like early 30s, 30 to 35, something like that, 30ish, 30 to 35. I'm gonna guess in that age range for you. Newhouse Lock and Key, he's like 2 days over 18 sometimes. No, I think Newhouse is in the like 25 to 30-year-old range. But yeah, B&A, Neil McKenzie, Cannon's in my age group. Ground Fog, I don't have a clue how old Ground Fog is. And I'm dyslexic. Boo. Ground Fog, you fit in I'm 24 in 12 days. Oh, wow, so you're that young. Wow, dude. Well, hey, kudos to you, man. I've never seen you. I've just seen like you do tabletop like me. So I was kind of guessing based off of your knowledge level. So yeah, you're a couple years ahead of your time. Tim Lucas 3D. Hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Newhouse turns 32 this month. Congratulations, man. You made it that far. 3 or 88, depending on how I feel at the moment. Yeah, Ground Fog, like I said, man, cat's out of the bags with you, brother. For a while, I was thinking maybe he's a bot. There's no way somebody's catching every live 24/7 like that. But you missed one, dude. So now I know you're real. Um, yeah, Neil McKenzie will be 60 soon. Um, so yeah, there is a pretty wide range, but I think yeah, there's a ton of knowledge out there. I know what I know. I always try to learn more, but it's always great to have people in the live chat that can they can enhance it or provide that gap of information. I'm good. I'm 48. Tim Lucas is 48. Right on. Yeah. Hey, man, I grew up thinking I was never going to make it. I started doing stupid stuff when I mean, like Gen X, we were doing stupid stuff, but I took that next level of stupid. It wasn't just cinder blocks and plywood jumps in the middle of the street. Like I got into rock climbing and downhill skiing and a whole slew of other things that were just absolutely stupid. So I thought for the longest time I was into free soloing for a bunch of years as well. So yeah, I thought I was gonna never make it to 16. I'll never make it to my driver's license. And I made it to 16. I'm like, all right, 18 is gonna be the cutoff. And then it was like 21. Then I was like 25, and then I was like, I'll never make it to 30. And wow, man, I turned 51 in December. I'm like, holy crap, I'm still here. It's going to be something stupid that takes me out though. Jump out of an airplane 19,000 times and you're still here to talk about it. But I think my end is gonna come and miss Bushcraft's car. I'm gonna be sitting in the passenger seat, minding my own business, and then kapow out of nowhere, I'm gonna get T-boned or something. That'll be the end of it. Um, Ice fishing on 2 inches. Dude, I've gone ice climbing, like technical ice climbing on less than 2 inches of ice up on Cannon Mountain in northern New Hampshire. Um, Someone is sleeping on the couch tonight. Um, yeah, it's a miracle I haven't accidentally departed this world due to stupidity or curiosity, whichever you want to call it. Hell yeah, yeah. Gen X is the last feral generation. But yeah, I took it one next level stupid. Like jumping out of airplanes wasn't enough. It's like, all right, well, I've done that for a while. Like, how small of a parachute can I actually land? When that becomes the challenge, or um, like test jumping wingsuits. Somehow I lived through 7 years of that. So Tony Gilbert, channel member, welcome to the chat. How you doing tonight, brother? It is always a pleasure to see you guys. It is always a good time. Um, how are you doing this fine evening? All the dumb shit I've done in my life, I'm surprised. Yeah, yeah, chaos. That's exactly, man. I went through life like breaking it down into little sections. Like, oh, I made it to 16. Will I make it to 18? Am I gonna make it to 21? Um, yeah, and somehow, like, yeah, knock on wood, some miracle. I had a lot of close calls. Not gonna lie. Um, spent a fair amount of time in ICU. I've got roughly a year of my life on crutches. Actually, a little over a year of my life. I've got like 54, 55 weeks on crutches. So sounds like you were hooked on the. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was adrenaline junkie my entire life. Like from the age of 10. Like, yeah, I did so many stupid things. I would create stupid things to do. Talking about being taken out by a car wreck. I used to watch Desert Wanderer a lot because he was pleasant to watch, and he was from Utah. He got hit in a rear by a drunk truck driving coming back from filming. Yo, that's horrible, man. Yeah, and that's how it is. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get hit by a car. With I have been hit by a car, but not fatally, obviously. I've actually been hit by cars 3 times cycling, but I'm still here. Um, yeah, it's just you're just minding your own business, out having a good time. And I'll tell you, it used to be the drinkers that were taking people out. Now it's the texters. People that can't wait until they get to their location to send that text. They got to be texting while they're driving. But Desert Driven shows up. Welcome, welcome, my man. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Always a pleasure to see you, brother. This dude spent 2% of his life on crutches. Oh man, here, KO Knives. You want to crunch a number? On average, it takes about 18 minutes for a Super Otter, which is the most common jump aircraft out there. Going by that, and it's a turbine aircraft, so it's got a fairly nice climb rate. But it takes about 18 minutes from takeoff till we get to jump altitude of about 14,000 feet. Right now, multiply that times 19,000, dude. I've got a couple years of my life sitting in the back of an airplane waiting to jump out of it. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tony Gilbert agrees. Folks ain't paying attention these days. Yeah, no, they're not. Yeah, people are more concerned about what's going on with their phone. Like, that's the real addiction. Like, forget about fentanyl and crack and heroin. Ooh, I don't know if I can be saying those things, but you guys know what I'm saying, right? Like, though, that's not like the issue with the younger generation. It's the phone addiction. It's the screen addiction. Like, I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. It's not all of them. It's most of them. It's a lot of them. I started realizing the problem, right? Like, okay, a bunch of younger, like, college kids come out to make their first tandem skydive. It's a fraternity, sorority thing, whatever it is. They come out there and we're briefing them on how their skydive is going to go. We're telling them, everything they need to know about the skydive, like some of the important things, like how we're gonna exit the aircraft, how we're gonna land, things to know in free fall, what to expect when the parachute deploys, how to conduct yourself if we don't have a proper parachute deployment and we have to go to a reserve. And we're trying to explain all this stuff. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes. But the number of younger people, and it was both millennials and Gen Zers, that couldn't put their phone down long enough to listen to the safety briefing for jumping out of an airplane. And that's when I started like, wow, this isn't just a thing. It's a thing. Like this is unhealthy. Yeah, woman stands in line for the bathroom longer than man does. I totally believe that. 237 and a half days in a fucking plane. Yeah, KO. Waiting to jump out of it, just sitting there. And let me tell you, man, I got really good at Tetris. I would when Game Boy was a big thing, I kept Tetris in there. And I had a little spot I would stash it on the plane. So when I was sitting in the back of the plane waiting to jump, I'd fine tune my Tetris skills. And yeah, it was a good time. If you weren't connected to them, I'd say let them bounce. Oh, Cannon, you can cut away the student if you know what you're doing. But yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. It's about being professional. It doesn't mean I stopped. It doesn't mean I wouldn't call them an idiot. And it was so bad when I was ready to do the safety briefing, I'd be like, everybody got their cell phones? Let me see your cell phones. And they'd all proud hold up their $1,000 iPhones and stuff like that. I'd be like, okay, you got two choices. Lock it in your glove box or leave it at manifest with the office. And you will not be needing that for any portion of this. But what if I want to take a picture? Well, pictures aren't allowed. Um, Surviving Black Friday year after year. I don't know. I think Black Friday is a thing of the past. Like I don't know if you watched this previous Black Friday, but it was vacant. The man, the malls look like it was the zombie apocalypse. Day of the Dead or whatever, Dawn of the Dead, whichever one it is. Yeah, the malls were pretty much empty. The stores were complaining that sales were the lowest they've ever been. And then the big thing after Christmas was everybody returned everything. Like there was a record low sales and a record high for returns, and some places they're going to be changing their return policy because it was that bad. My phone is never in my hand when my safety briefings are going on. My phone is never anywhere around me. I pretend it's 1985 and my phone can't be unplugged. So I got a 6 foot USB C cable. And that's about it. It stays actually. My phone stays in this room, and the only time that's going to change is when I use it to video stuff for YouTube. But yeah, if I go out for a casual hike or whatever, yeah, my phone stays here. If I'm not going into a scenario where there may be an emergency where I need to call 911 or something, yeah, I don't bring my phone with me at all. Oh, Black Friday is a whole month now. They started the sales at the beginning of November. And yeah, and then after Black Friday comes Cyber Monday, and that's Cyber Monday is 2 weeks now. Desert, everything is great. Finally fully settled into my new house in East Texas and just living the best life I can. That's awesome, Desert. That is sweet, man. Congratulations on that. I think that's every man's dream. Well, most. Yeah, have your own little piece of land, have your own little castle, sit on your own little throne, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Congratulations on, yeah, and that's a stellar achievement on today's economy. So yeah, way to go, my man. But I always get deals on ammo on Black Friday. Yeah, yeah, that's Tony Gilbert. Yeah, I always get deals on ammo on Black Friday. So we're gonna partake in Black Friday so long as the ammo deals continue. That's a great way of looking at it. Um, I wish I could do that. My phone's attached to my hip and I can't stand it. Yeah, parallels of the job. Yeah, and man, so many companies abuse that now. They abuse the use of your cell phone. It's sickening. It really is. Yeah. Life. I think life was better before cell phones. Cell phones do have their conveniences. There's perks to everything. There really is. But life was definitely different, like prior cell phone and the interwebs. Bando Picks, what's happening, brother? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Yeah, Cannon. Welcome to Texas. And Desert Driven, don't worry, man. You're safe around Cannon. You might want to watch your ankles, though. His corgi's got a bit of a temper problem, but not the corgi again. Hey, corgi, let me see your war face. Oh, yeah, life before cell phones, man. Life before cell phones. Life before the interwebs was a big deal. It was bliss. Yeah, I even give Miss Bushcraft a hard time about it because the company she works for, they'll call her up at, it's like, are they paying you by, like, she gets paid by the hour. She's not on a salary or piecework or anything like that. But they'll call her up and tie her up for an hour and a half. It's like, no, 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 that's unacceptable. Like when you go to work, that's their time to do that. Like if they're not paying you, they shouldn't be doing that. Um, Bando picks doing good. Silver is shaking out the soy boys from the ones with ball. I don't know, man. I don't get into the metals thing. I mean, like, yeah, damn, I do, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of Magna Cut, and I like S35 VN as well. But when it comes to the gold and silver and stuff, it doesn't do anything for me. Like, yeah, if it's a long term investment thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a get rich quick overnight. And I think with the direction of the dollar, it all could be crashing faster than, like, if you don't sell at the right time, it's going to be a complete loss. And there's rumors going around um, that that's the game they're playing. Is that's part of the way they're going to rob people from money? Is, like, gold is up over $5,000 an ounce, silver is up over $100 an ounce. So if you can't afford gold, you're going to buy into silver. But then when they crash it all, guess, hey, everybody loses all that money. So yeah, I would proceed with caution. I wouldn't say it's a separation of men from the boys. I would say it's a, if you go to Vegas, are you a high roller or do you gamble conservatively? And I think that overly investing in that stuff at this point is kind of like, throwing down a $5,000 bet at the Bellagio on a blackjack table. There's a 50-50 chance you might make some money, but odds are the house always wins. And the stock market and metals are played the same way. It's even real estate's like that. They'll crash the real estate market so that the corporations could buy everything cheap and then jack it all up. So everybody's paying top dollar. That's why I'm self-employed. I never have to call myself. Oh, right on, right on. Thanks, Bando. Yeah, but yeah, in the end, like, depending on what your economic status is, you're better off investing into like foods you can store and things like that. Like if everything crashes, nobody's gonna want gold or silver. They're gonna want rice and beans. So yeah, you're better off having the rice and beans up front. Canada, I'm in Lufkin in Angelica. Silver has a lot of uses. Silver solders. Yeah, yeah, silver does have. I'm talking. Yeah, I'm not talking about its usefulness in electronics. I got a friend that became a millionaire off of recycling silver out of X-rays. Like not just a couple million, like millions, millions. Long before that, dude's probably like in heaven right now, with the current situation with silver. Yeah, he's been processing X-rays, pulling the silver out of X-rays for over 30 years now. Um, I invest in lead and the ability to open doors for the next three generations. Exactly, new house. Yeah, I buy the stuff I will later need myself, and that's like prepping in a nutshell. Like, yeah, if you're counting on like a commodity like gold or silver to bail you out of an SHTF situation, good luck with that. I'm not confident with it. But yeah, if you're gonna have some silver kicking around so you could solder some electronics and keep that stuff going, that to me makes sense. Like I said, I'll invest my money into Magna Cut before I invest it into gold. At this point, Um, yeah, candied rice and bananas. If you know, you know. Rice and bananas. That's the thing to go with. Rice and bananas. That's Yeah, and then didn't they busted that chick like a week later for something else? Um, yeah, fractional silver. I know a family in Dennis led for the rest of my life. I can't and I can agree. It's so peaceful and quiet here. Yeah, Texas is nice. Those lucky enough to live there. I don't know. The Gulf side gets really humid. That's been my experience with Texas. The Gulf side, the humidity there will it'll give Florida a run for its money. Yeah, that's the way to get less than a half ounce. Yeah, there's a banana be like going on, so don't be surprised if they all die out again. Oh yeah, bananas is going to have problems. No, but the rice and bananas thing is if you're familiar with the story, it's kind of like a current affairs thing, which I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, the it's an interesting story is an understatement. The fun part is the one who said it recently got busted. Like about how peaceful certain people are, whatever. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna behave. Who's what's everybody carrying today? Cannon, how's your corgi? Chaos Theory, how's your site going, man? Are you healing up good? Are we all looking uglier yet? And I grow my own food. I can dinners and food. I invest in the land or physical things that I can touch. My value is in the family and my knowledge. Lost and happy, you're spot on, man. Exactly. Why put $30,000 into gold when you could put $25,000 into land, and then plant some usable crops on that land and harvest it? You've invested in something that could feed your family for many years. And chickens, man, buy some. I want chicken so bad. Um, yeah, you guys got to watch. I need a few million views so I can get some land, and I want some chickens. I'm gonna grow some tomatoes. And with the tomatoes, I want to make a homemade pizza sauce, homemade pasta sauce, marinara sauce for dipping the garlic knots and whatnot. Yeah, I would love to do that. I think the tomatoes are the most useful plant out of all of them. Glock 19 and a Kershaw. I'm in Philadelphia. I'm taking no chances either. Oh, me, I'm carrying the broom handle. Man, but it's not just a broom handle in the hands of a ninja. It's a staff. Well, what's the name? Boken, isn't that what it's called? Right? Who's carrying shuriken? I want to be the first kid on YouTube to EDC shuriken. That ninja. God, I can't wait to go home. I miss Maryland. I'd walk home if I could. Tony, you can walk home. Just yeah, make sure you got some good gear. He's underneath me. Try not to trip over. Yeah. One wrong step and the corgi's done for, man. Who did the piggyback in those two Phobos blades? Leon, I did. Why is it something you're interested in? I can show you how to do it real quick. Here, I did the same thing with the Tier 1 BC, but it's not on here right now, so I'll show you. Hey, it's Phobos Friday. Let's Phobos it up, guys. All right, so whether you have the Tier 1 C sheath or the Tier 1 BC, right? Eric Hansen's designs are similar in both of these, right? So you've got the two scout straps. Normally the ferro rod is down like right above the scout strap, right? And then your second scout strap is up here. All you do is you remove the ferro rod. You don't have to put it back on right away, the ferro rod loop. You remove the second scout carry strap, and then you mount it down here. I did it. I'm a rock climber, so I think like opposing gates, opposing straps, right? So if they were both going the same way, this is just me. Like if I were to brush something along here, a branch slides in between me and the sheath or something. It can't pop off both of the straps. It can only do one. So same thing going the other way, right? So I have them opposing, right? Then once you got these on here so that they're opposing. Now this works with both the, this is the wrong sheath. Hey, stupid. So on the Tier 1C is the Tier 1 Mini with this sheath, right? But this one's oil dipped. This is the Tier 1 Mini, same difference, right? And then all you're going to do is take the scout carry straps, and one's going to go this way and the other one's going to go this way, right? It's so simple. Anybody can do. Yeah, slide that one through there like so. Come on. Oh, it's so much easier when you're not on a camera, video, the YouTube, right? And then same thing with this one. You're going to slide it through the opposite way. Wouldn't you like to be a rigger too? So this one time at Skydive camp, no kidding, guys, true story. I met a girl named Daisy. Um, her name wasn't Daisy, but that's besides the point, right? Cinch them both down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? And then, kapow, kapow, and you've now piggybacked a Tier 1 mini sheath onto the Tier 1 BC. But like I said, same exact process for the Tier 1C. As you can see, I've changed the ferro rod loop. I've done the scout carry straps and staggered them, altered the openings, and same thing, I slid it through the belt loop and kapow, piggybacked. You gotta piggyback that blade. Yeah, can't yeah, and that's old school. Like, we would use two oval gates, two oval carabiners, right? And then you would oppose the gate. So if even if a rope went over and pushed it down, it came in there and made an X. So it would still catch the rope on the inside the carabiner. So if you didn't have a locking carabiner, two ovals with opposing gates, yeah, like magic. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, tab A into slot B, and then on to step C. Exactly, Neil. Bokin is a, oh yeah, ground fog. You're right, Bokin. What's it's just called a bow staff or something. What's it called, ground fog? I carry a Spyderco Leatherman Raptor, rapid responders, and a Gerber Truss multi-tool. Nice. Lost and Happy's got it going on. Tony, I don't carry a 320. I carry a 226. The 220, yeah, the 226 is a pretty popular sidearm there. So did we yeah, Leon Kennedy. Just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. I was playing with the toys. I lost track of the comments. Yeah, Newhouse. It's literally like oil, and the leathers, like, you just dip it in real quick and wipe off all the excess. And I'm not. Maybe it was 30 weight, something like that. It's who does it? Who's DLT knives? They'll oil dip your leather for, I don't know what it is, 25, $30 or something like that. Maybe it's 15 or 20, I don't know. But it takes your standard veg tan leather also, and it makes it look like it's got that darker brown, and it never sucks up water. It just repels everything. So it has its pros and its cons. You are going to get a little bit of residual oil onto your belt or something, depending on how you do it. Like, don't oversaturate it. Like, it's just like you dip it in real quick and wipe it off. Skip measuring and just cut the damn wood. Tony, look up the life of a so yeah, I wonder if that yeah, is Leon Kennedy still in here, or I wonder how that worked out for him. I don't know, maybe he had things to do, but it's all good. Skip measuring and just cut the damn wood. So yeah, what else have we got going on? Not too much. I got to use Obanoff's leather. Yeah, this is the only one that I have oil dipped like that. Everything else, I've treated with the Wicked Wax, which I really enjoy. The downside to the oil is I'm kind of hesitant to use it on any kind of food product without, like, absolutely washing the knife. I made the mistake of treating my knife, like, this was many years ago. But I had a problem with a series of knives rusting on me all the time. So I got in the habit of spraying everything down with WD-40, thinking, oh, well, that'll fix it, And it did. It stopped things from rusting. But, yeah, I failed to properly clean the WD-40 off my blade before I ate my dinner with it. And Yeah, man. There was nothing solid for about 4 days. Like you're like, oh, this isn't possible. This is definitely going to unalive me rather quickly. So yeah, so now I love the concept that Wicked Wax is like 100% natural. Like you can use it as lip balm. You don't have to worry about the Hershey squirts or peeing out the pooper for 4 days because you didn't clean all the WD-40 or whatever off your blade. Um, how do you know about the old lady with the machete who likes to cook pigs? I have no idea what you're talking about there, dude. Joe or yeah, let's. This is not a knife. That is a knife. Yeah. Obanov's is an all natural as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with. There's so many brands out there nowadays. Even like Granfors Brooks has their own. Granfors Brooks has their leather and axe wax, and there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that one. We'll see how it goes. That's not a wife. Chaos in a sense. I've got a few 1911s. Love them. Yeah, yeah. 1911s are classics, man. In fact, one of the best 1911 smiths out there is actually he worked out of New Hampshire for many many years. Desert, you might have heard of him if you're a 1911 fan. Brad Lewis, Brad Lewis Firearms. Yeah, he's a legendary 1911 smith. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some equipment I don't allow the weight to come into consideration. And the sidearm is another one. Like, yeah, man, they've been so many people have carried the 1911 that yeah, if you're gonna carry a 1911, just you're gonna carry it. There's typically not more than a few ounces of weight between firearms, unless of the same size. If you're comparing a large frame to a large frame, there's typically not more than an ounce or two variable. And everybody talks about weight and everything, but now everybody's dropping like sights and lights and all this special blingity bling bling on their sidearms. Um, yeah, it's it just gives it flavor. This is an older leather care company. They make cleaners and wax and canvas treat. Okay, yeah, nah, lighter options now, but the 45 is a stopper. That's what it's made for. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. 45 is it'll stop people for sure. But so when okay, if you get into the one shot stop capabilities, Lyman's is a great source for this. Like a 45 caliber has something like a 94% one shot stop capability. A 9 millimeter has a 91% one shot stop capability. But when you compare it to like an issued sidearm like the 1911 that has a 7+1 capacity versus the M9, which has you're exchanging a 3% one stop shop capability. That's it. But you're carrying double the magazine capacity, double the ammunition ability. So yeah, that's why I don't get into firearms. Because if you think knife tube is a wacky world, get into the pew pew tube. Like gun tube is like out there, and yeah, somebody's 45 for the stopping capability. It's like yeah, but if you get into the ballistics of it, it's we won't even get into a 40 S and W because that sits smack dab in the middle. You don't win too much, you don't lose too much. Yeah, but that's just the way it's been broken down is yeah, 45 caliber has a 94% one shot stop capability. 9 millimeter is at 91%, but magazine capacity is double for a 9 millimeter. It's also it's easier to put a 9 millimeter on target, less recoil, so on and so forth. So you've got increased accuracy and increased mag capacity by a 9 millimeter in exchange for a 3% one shot stop capability. Um, I recommend testing instant food to know in advance what tastes good. Oh, Hanson, I do as well. Yeah, you don't want to get out there with a week's worth of food to find out what you brought tastes more like rehydrated sawdust rather than spaghetti or something. Yeah, always field test and do that with your gear as well. Don't go out in the don't go 10 miles out with a new tent and a new sleeping bag, thinking you're going to be fine for the night. Test that stuff in the backyard. Test it on the back porch. I've tested sleeping bags on the back porch back in the day. Yeah, just spend the night on the back porch with a sleeping bag and stuff, and you're good to go. You'll find, and then if something doesn't work out, like if the sleeping bag isn't living up to its advertised rating, then it's no big deal. You just you go in the house and jump in bed, and you call it a night. And you go find something else, try it different. But yeah, start with field testing at home, and then work your way out. Tony, no, it's a new model, but it's all a full size. They said most pistol call cells under 357 are all about the same for actual stopping capabilities. Yeah, and I think I'm a firm believer in gun control. You have to be able to hit your target. So yeah, if you can put your round on target, it really doesn't matter. You can do it with a 22. A well placed 22 is going to stop somebody just as quick. Not just man, put it right through the eyeball. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to get in there and bounce around and turn that brain into pudding. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the heated gun debates of 45 is better. It's like it doesn't matter what it is. If you can't shoot it straight, if you can't reload, I mean, like really, you shouldn't have to reload it. Most things end prior to whatever, but exactly ground fog with a pencil, with an effing pencil. What kind of guy can do that? Man said headshots only. Yeah, don't miss 22 pounds like hell. Yeah, Marlin Government 4570 and a Taurus, 8-shot Taurus, 8-shot 8-shot bulldozer, 8-shot. Hit Gertie is under considered. Be a man, carry a tank. Exactly. Yeah, new house. Be a man, carry a tank. What's wrong with you, man? Get rid of that Prius. Get yourself an Abrams. We're going to break some stuff for sure with that. Where's Cannon at? That got him a little excited. We're going to drive a tank and break stuff. Well, we haven't had any trolls in a while. I was hoping to get a troll for Cannon at least, something like that. What could possibly go wrong? Didn't some wild man make a... Yeah, there's a certain caliber. It changes from a pistol to a hand cannon. Not a fan. I've fired a few. I've fired a Desert Eagle 50 and a Taurus Raging Bull 454, and the only thing I gained out of that is wow, these are totally for people with tiny egos. Like there's very few people that actually need one of those. And I owned the Taurus Raging Bull. I owned it for about a year, and then I sold it. I was like, there is no point in owning this. I did own a Desert Baby Eagle in 9mm. That was kind of fun to shoot, but I'm no fan of. I think sidearms are so overrated because of Hollywood. Like it's a rough day when you got to switch to a sidearm. Yeah, they just I think there's and no doubt YouTube drives that's something fierce. All these new high-tech sidearms, everybody's got to have a red dot on it and a flashlight with a laser, and it's like, come on, man. Some iron sights and practice. Like you'll do fine. I had a Desert Eagle. They're not worth the hype and $5 a round. Yeah, exactly. Chaos. Yeah. Yeah, $5 a round. I'd imagine. Is that what they're going for now? Shoddy for life. Hey, I have a 454 Raging Bull, Not really practical for much, but it's fun and one hell of a conversation piece. Exactly. Yeah, desert driven. That's what they are. They're fun. They're not practical. They're an awesome conversation piece. And for men out there with daughters, that's the kind of thing you want to be cleaning on the coffee table when she brings the candidate boyfriend over for the introduction, along with the rest of your arsenal. I'm not going to discriminate, but y'all know what I'm saying, right? A handgun is for fighting your way to a rifle. Yeah, ground fog, solid right there. Yeah, a handgun is for fighting your way to a rifle. If anyone has any fire, because it's going off. Fogs. That's why I keep an AR pistol with my pistol. Oh shit, nothing beats a Winchester 98. I don't know, man. I think that one of the ultimate classic, most underrated pew pews of all time, and it's very well known and very well accepted, has got to be the Ruger 1022. That is one of the ones that makes the most amount of sense, and it's a platform. I think, man, the Ruger 1022 probably has more options than ARs. Like, it's been around for that long. I've owned and built more than a few versions of it. And in fact, I sold a few versions of it just to build a new version of it. Um, Damn, actually on a 454 Castle. Oh man, 1022, may they fly. You can get tons of attachments for them. Yeah, I think yeah, that's a downside. Yeah, you can easily dump $1,000 into a Ruger 1022, but yeah, the options are infinite for that thing. Like, just yeah, if you can think stocks and mags and barrels and yeah, I had a carbon fiber wrap barrel on one. That was it was it didn't look like a Ruger 1022 anymore. It definitely looked a lot more high performance than that. So you cannot go wrong with that option. Carbon fiber, man. Sometimes carbon fiber is good. Most of the time, it's crap. It has its limitations. I've experimented a lot with carbon fiber just out of curiosity and fun. But carbon fiber, like, I like carbon fiber scales. I will never own another carbon fiber bicycle frame as long as I live. Carbon fiber trekking poles, once again, no. I prefer titanium, but for some reason you can't find titanium anymore. So I'll take aluminum over carbon fiber trekking poles. If you wedge a carbon fiber trekking pole into like a crack or something, it'll flex a little bit and then just snap. Aluminum, at least it's got more leeway. It's got more flex to it. Titanium, I ran Lucky Macaloo ties for, man, probably about like, I had that same set of poles for over 10 years. It became one of those, somebody liked them more than I did. I'd probably still be using them had somebody not stolen them. But yeah, but carbon fiber, man, it has its place. It's depends on what you're using it for. It's like any other material, you know. Um, all Hanson his umbrella is made. Yeah, and that would be a good application. It's not going to take much physical abuse. It's not going to take much wear and tear. It doesn't have a heck of a lot of. I don't know what kind of umbrella it is, but yeah, it's not going to take a beating. So you do save weight on it. Tony, have you heard of? Do you actually they make wood furniture for? Oh yeah, yeah. Your sidearm is your last ditch effort in close quarters combat. If you have a long gun, they should never get close. Yeah, yeah. But in a civilian application, a sidearm is good because it's a heck of a lot easier to carry a concealed sidearm than it is to walk around with a rifle. In fact, in this day and age, even whatever the laws say, you're almost foolish to walk around with a rifle. You're kind of like antagonizing people. No matter what your rights are, that's just the way society has shifted. Like, I wouldn't, like when I was a teenager, I would walk down the street with a rifle. There's a few places I could go to shoot. But in this day and age, I wouldn't go walking around with a rifle anywhere. There's just way too many sketchy people out there. Or somebody might think you're up to something nefarious. And then they call the 911 and they're like, oh no, there's a civilian practicing his constitutional rights. And next thing you know, you're in a standoff with the local law enforcement because, well, you could be doing something wrong. Um, I just got wood furniture for my muzzleloader. I can't stand that fake plastic stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, plastic is plastic, polymers, the whole nine yards. Depends on. Yeah, I'm not a fan of plastic either. But hey, man, Kydex is plastic, and it kind of it has its place. So yeah, maybe polymer, whatever, plastic isn't exactly the best for your long arm, but it has its place. No, plus I've noticed it got wet and stayed wet and didn't like it. I'm old school. I'll take wood for most things about 70% of the time. Yeah, it is a golf and oh, a golf umbrella. It's not very expensive. Yeah. Yeah, they make everything out of everything nowadays. I mean, I just think look at knife scales. It comes in plastic. Now they've got stabilized wood. It's like injected with plastic. Um, and yeah, carbon fiber, micarta. So basically it's like fabric injected with plastic. So it's kind of hard to avoid the plastics, I guess. But anything is possible. Um, Safety helmets and power tools are made from rugged plastic, made to last. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Plastics have come a long way. There's all kinds of different mixtures. So I guess yeah, there's like low quality plastics. There's high quality plastics. There's a whole bunch in between. Um, yeah, yeah, and it depends on what you're using it for. Some of it, I don't know. A lot of it boils down to personal preference. Like I could never get on here and say carbon fiber is the only good knife scale to ever use. If you're not using carbon fiber, you're wrong. Well, that would be so far from true because some people like more classic wood style. Some people like micarta. Some people like that urine colored Altum. Those people are a bunch of freaks. I don't understand them. But yeah, if you're down with the urine colored Altum, well, rock on with your bad self. It's good for you. Oh, did y'all hear about the Navy bringing that plane from World War II back up? No, I haven't. I know that they've brought up a lot of planes from World War II over the years. Um, yeah, it's always cool when they do. It's even cooler when they not only bring it up, but they refinish it. If it's in a restorable state, that's awesome. You have my utility until yeah, new house. New house is rocking the Ultim, man. See, but that's where the cool kids get together, and it's like we don't have to agree on everything. It's okay. I mean, we can still be friends most of the time. Um, yeah, Altum looks like flat beer needs bubbles. Yeah, it does have the flat beer look to it as well. Um, I think it was Tri-State EDC. He's the one that really got into the pippy colored scales. I think yeah, I think it was him that kind of coined that, or I definitely heard it a lot from him. Hello, sir. I received a Microtech Arbiter knife as a present. I don't know much about knives, but I looked it up and it's expensive. What are your thoughts on the knife, and should I keep it or sell it? Man, I don't know anything about. I know a little bit about Microtechs. I know they're expensive. I don't own one. Um, Whether you keep it or sell it is personal preference, man. If you think if you enjoy the knife, if you like the actions of the knife, if you think it'll serve you well, keep it, man. If you think it's pocket trash and you're like, why do I have this? Yeah, you might want to sell it. I don't know. I will tell you the used knife market is a bit tough right now. I've had a few knives I've been trying to sell for a little while, and well, I've just given up on that endeavor. It looks like I'll be keeping those knives forever. It was just cool to have it see through, but the clear was too bright. Like using YouTube in light mode. Yeah, I can relate to that new house. Yeah, it's definitely a game changer. But Desert, look it up. They did make a 1022 chambered 17 HMR, and they're rare. Yeah, Yeah, Chaos is right. I've definitely heard of those, and they are rare. I would I would not expect a low price on that either. I don't think the 1022 is ever chambered in anything but 22. Yeah. If you tell us you own a titanium toothbrush, you admit to have gone over the edge. Yeah, there's I have cut the handle in half, but I do not own a titanium toothbrush. But yeah, I have cut a good chunk of the handle off just to save a few grams in my gram weenie days. Everybody's got to try everything, right? Um, but that's yeah. I want a garden gun. Yeah, they're gonna put it in the Navy Museum in DC. Oh, cool. Very cool. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, it's bulky, too big for my use. It's like an Armageddon knife. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much you're looking to get for it. Somebody in the crowd might be interested if you're looking to move it. Um, Plastic is in everything. Water pipes to clothes to waterproof building materials. Makes great cordage in a pinch. Yeah, you're right, man. In fact, who's it? Grim Workshop has got that little tool. You can throw a plastic bottle on it, and yeah, it just spins the plastic bottle and turns it into like little, I don't know what it is, eighth inch, quarter inch wide plastic strips. I think it might even be adjustable, so you can make cordage out of waste plastics. But yeah, plastics is in everything. Microplastics. I think everybody's got a little bit of microplastic in them. And if you're drinking that plastic bottled water, there's always like microplastics from the process in there. I saw a thing where they tested like 24 cases of water, and 19 of them had traces of microplastics in the water bottles. Is home dehydration of food worth trying? Ole Hanson, I think it is. In fact, I would love to get a harvest ready. Not just it's not a dehydrator; it's a freeze dryer. So yeah, dehydration versus freeze drying. It can you can even make money off of it. We're not even talking about like selling it or SHTF or anything like that. With like constant inflation, you could buy a bunch of food, freeze dry it. It'll last for like 25, 30 years or something. So I mean, think about what food prices were 25 or 30 years ago. If you're freeze drying your food, I'd like to get one just for the sake of making my own yeah, my own freeze dried meals for hiking and camping and stuff like that. The weight savings on freeze dried versus like an MRE style is just phenomenal. And you have control over it. You can make the exact food you want, where I'm not looking for like delicious gourmet entrees. I'm looking for carbohydrates and proteins, vitamins and minerals. I could care less about the other stuff. My mom has one. We have done candies, eggs, all kinds of stuff. New house, a dehydrator or a freeze dryer? Like I've looked into the freeze dryers. So if anybody's looking for a late Christmas present, and you don't mind spending a 4 grand or so, yeah, I would love one of those. What's it called? Ready Harvest, Harvest Foods, something like that. Harvest something. They're kind of like the premier deal. I even thought about like it could be something I could use here on the channel in some ways. But anyhow, yeah, I digress. It's all good. So that's what I've been looking into. Expect your electric to go up like crazy. Freeze dryer, the harvester one, it takes days to do eggs. Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah, they can be expensive to run, and depending on what version of the vacuum pump or whatever you get that's involved with that, the like that can be pretty high maintenance. And if you don't keep up with the maintenance, they won't last very long. I see you got some new tools. What are the things top left of the screen? No, there's nothing new. It's all the same. Yeah, I've got some Exotac Titan Light, the Match Cap XL. This is just a water bottle I've had for a while. I'm trying to be an official YouTuber, so yeah, as long as you got some Pathfinder Dave Canterbury stuff, that makes you official, which is just a bunch of bunk. Everybody knows like that. Yeah, the cat's out of the bag with that one. Like the whole Discovery Channel thing, and he was less than honest to get on the show, and so basically he lied his way into his position. Yeah, he didn't have the background that he said he had. He just, if you can't dazzle him with your brilliance, baffle him with your bullshit, and that's kind of, yeah. Jedi, welcome, welcome. The drier the food to start, the less time it takes. Yeah, Newhouse. And I've also heard it won't dehydrate like fats and stuff. So if you wanted to like freeze dry a quality Wagyu beef steak or something like that, it's just not happening. It'll end up the fats won't freeze dry, so it just doesn't. It'll end up putrefying and going bad. So yeah, there's even if you're trying to do like ground hamburger, if there's too much fat content in it, it'll do the same thing. Yeah, Dave lied to get on the show and have to deal with that Cody dude. So he lost twice, yeah. So yeah, that's a yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, she bought that for me as well as that was actually I think a Christmas present. She got me the stainless steel version of it. My old stainless steel bottle was it almost looked like modern art. It was so dented, dinged up, and everything. And it finally sprung a leak. Like it had on the side of the stainless steel bottle. It hit something. It had a crease, and but it was down towards the bottom, and it was leaking. So, Image, well, welcome. Good evening. You ever make pemmican? It's great food storage. I haven't made it yet. I have had it. It's something I would give a try. Trying to make as well. That would be sweet. Yeah, just getting caught up on the comments. Yeah, pemmican seems yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. Yeah, there's some stuff like it's just I don't know. I'm not a fan of like power bars and stuff like that. It's just kind of like it's like some future space food. You just don't feel right. Just like the flavors are off, the texture is off. My thing would be to just I usually just like chicken comes in those packets now instead of cans. I'll make like a chicken and pasta something. Just put whatever seasoning or sauce you want in there to flavor it up a bit. I've got a little recipe I do. It's just like buffalo chicken pasta, just like some classic Uncle Frank's. A little bit of butter, which is still easy to carry. Some elbows and a packet or two of chicken. So yeah, protein, carbs, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice to make the evening nice. Have you ever had crackers and eggs? Crackers and eggs. No, I've had crackers and eggs. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know. I made pemmican. It was terrible. However, in life, down any calories will keep you going. Yeah, even those nasty, those food bricks, emergency food bricks that they sell. I mean, yeah, in a pickle, it's consumable calories. It's nutritional value. Yeah, but are you talking about survival food or comfort food while you're out doing something versus I call it performance food. Like if you're doing a lot of stuff that's physically intensive, you need calories, you need carbohydrates to fuel your body, you need proteins for muscle repair. It's performance food. It has nothing to do with, oh, this is delicious or something. Bushcraft, get a water bottle. Question for you. I have a bottle that has a stainless steel liner. Forgot about it for about a year with water in it. Can anything seep into the metal over time? Desert driven. Not that I'm aware of, but if you want to clear that out, if it's a stainless steel bottle, boil water in it. Boil water in it for like 5 to 10 minutes, and the boiling water, it'll, just like you boil water to make it drinkable, it'll sterilize the inside of that canteen as well. We used to do that back in the day. You're not the only person that's left water in a stainless steel water bottle for a ridiculously extended amount of time. But yeah, just boil water in it for like 10 minutes solid. Get a rolling boil in there, and it should like re-sterilize the stainless steel. I tried some powdered soup that was 3 years over date. The taste was the same, but I need to shake the thermos a bit. More impressive packaging. Yeah. Use by and Best Buy, and I'm not going to get too much into that for, liability reasons, but Best Buy and absolutely expired by are two totally different dates. It's usually, wow, I'm using a lot of fillers tonight. Pardon me. It's usually you lose a bit of flavor and texture over time before it's actually like putrefied and no good. If the bottle is dual layered, don't boil it. Pour boiling water into it. Yeah. Yeah, there's other ways you could definitely like re-sterilize it. I don't think if it's stainless steel, I don't think that if anything is really penetrated into the steel though. It's one of the insulated bottles. I don't think I can just put it. Yeah, yeah. If it's an insulated bottle, yeah, you'd have to like pour boiling water into it a few times. Yeah, you can't actually boil the water in it, but just pour boiling water into it. Let it sit for a couple minutes. Dump it out. Like, do it 3 or 4 times, and you should be good. Yeah, some stupid companies put expiration dates on honey too. Yeah, mustard's another one. They put it like mustard. You can like leave the cap off of it; it'll completely dehydrate, and because the salt content is so high, there's no bacteria, stuff like that. There's some good videos on YouTube about on expiration dates, best used by dates, things like that, and like what they call forever foods. It's always around. Dave James is here. Meow. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing, Dave? Always a pleasure to see you, my man. This is how I view it best by means of flavor. It won't be as good after that date expires. Means you should have thrown it away last week. Yeah. What about Himalayan salt with expiration dates? Yeah, Himalayan salts with expiration dates. It's crazy because like some companies will trick you. Like that's what they live for. They want you to throw away their product and buy more. But then there's other companies where it's like legit. If you don't consume it by this date, it's gonna convert to something really bad. So you gotta definitely know the differences. Yeah, Dave James, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Life is going. It's not perfect every day, but it's not horrible either. It's great. I got some good friends. I'm surrounded with good people. Mrs. Bushcraft is healthy. All the kids are healthy and well. Yeah, man. I've only got first world problems going on right now. Like just simple stuff. Good advice. I'll put some boiling water in it a few times. It's one of my bottles that has acquired quite a sticker collection. I really don't want to get rid of it. Yeah, man, stickers can be everything, man. If you weren't here in the beginning of the live, man, I busted out a couple of stickers. I was looking for some stuff. I'm putting together a giveaway for sometime in the near future. But I found a random Skydive Collegeville, Pennsylvania sticker. They're no longer open, but one of the places I worked here for like 3 seasons. And good times are had by all. And the one I'm most excited about, because it just has a world of meaning, is this is Flight School Wingsuit Skydiving Academy. This was given to my buddy. My buddy Scotty Burns gave this to me back in 2017, like right before I moved back up to New Hampshire. And interesting story. I was going to go back the end of 2017 back to DeLand, Florida, and we were going to get this flight school going. It's something he started up. I was going to be the supervising master rigger at the Wingsuit Academy here, and we're going to teach people the wingsuit and have fun and everything. Build some wingsuits, do some test jumping like the old days. Yeah, this guy Scotty Burns and we go back quite a few years, but unfortunately, summer 2017, I was working up here in the Northeast, and Scotty passed away down in DeLand, Florida, and that was the end of the Flight School Academy, Wingsuit Skydiving Academy. So it never really. I mean, it was a good little business, but it never took off. But I still got the sticker, man, and it's one of those things. You would have to know Scotty Burns to just like the world is less of a place without him, if you know what I'm saying. He was a friend of mine for over 20 years, and we had many great skydiving stories and wingsuiting stories. And whoa, dude, you remember that time I almost took you out? And it's like, yeah, but then you were even because there was a time before that I almost took you out. And remember that time you sewed up the inlet and you like it was a flat spin like Top Gun, like he's in a flat spin. What are we gonna do? Yeah, but anyhow, I ran across a sticker and I figured I would share it with all you guys. Some of the people here enjoy my little skydiving stories from time to time, but yeah, this is a skydiving story about a good friend who's no longer with us. So, man, I want to get this sticker laminated or something, put in a maybe frame it or something. Even it's kind of like it has that much sentimental value to it. Dale Clark, I don't sell any knives. I can tell you where to get them though. Yeah, they're all Phobos knives for operators by operators. And yeah, you can just do a quick Google search. You can go direct through like phobosKnives.com, or there's other retailers out there. But no, I don't sell anything through the channel. Marissa Johnson is in the house. How's my favorite bot tonight? The bags you store food in must be aromatight, not cheap. Chaos, I do have a bottle brush. Save the trouble. Send it all to me. I used to work at a factory making spice blends. The aroma type packaging is actually quite expensive. Yeah, ooh, aroma blends. I used to drive past. Anybody ever see those pine tree? You hang them in your rear view mirror, the little pine tree things. You know, air fresheners for your automobiles. The place that makes those is actually just on Route 16 as you're leaving Berlin, New Hampshire. And man, it's kind of like you think it would be real pleasant smelling, but with all the different chemicals, it's like it's imagine walking into a Yankee Candle, but it's like 100-fold worse. Um, YK crunching Humber's void of emotions robot shoe. What is it? Um, oh, right on. Thanks, Dale. Desert, my channel name is my name on here. Dale, you sell knives? Is that what you're saying? I'm a little bit confused at the moment. What are you saying? What? Marissa, what game are we playing? We all want to know. What's the game for the night? Oh yeah, oh yeah. um. Oh, you collect knives? I've got a small collection. I wouldn't really call myself a collector. I have a wide range of usable knives, so I don't think I've never bought a knife in collection. Like oh, I'm gonna collect that. Or a saw. I actually accidentally just ended up with a collectible saw. I don't even know what to do with it. I love it. I love it. Anybody see the new the silky Gomboy Kuro? It's part of the Outback edition. This is a 40th anniversary limited edition, and Mrs. Bushcraft bought it for me. Canon Duck Duck Goose. Um, Show me a robot that can remove crumbs from a sleeping bag without destroying it. We are nowhere near that yet. You got one that I'm interested. Dale, what one are you interested in? I'm interested. What kind of knives do you collect? Um, yeah, I have a feeling I'm about to disappoint you, Dale. Here I am, Hanson. Congratulations. Um, yeah, we would need proof of that first, Marissa. It sounds like an outrageous claim. I don't think that you've got that kind of programming. Like you're good. You almost had me convince you were real for a while. Like, oh, Newhouse has got a lady and stuff, but yeah, I'm not seeing it. The double one that is in the dark holster, Dale. I'll tell you what, man, $5,000. That's the only. No, not even. No, no, not. This is custom made by the owner of Phobos Knives, Eric Hansen. It's 2 of 17 custom knives he's ever made for civilians. Um, the only custom knife I've ever owned. The odds of me selling that are probably, oh no, not probably, but it's 0%. Sorry, my man. And I use it too. So, um, yeah, I wouldn't sell it. Not a chance. It can't be replaced. But I do appreciate the interest. I really do, man. But yeah, it's not happening. Um, what about the other? Why don't you can buy this one. Like not this one, but you can go buy a tier 1 BC and a tier 1 mini mini and the leather sheath upgrade for the tier 1 BC and kapow, you're good to go. But I use this. So I like really none of my knives are for sale. I really don't sell now. Yeah, Dave James, yeah. 10,000 quid, mate. Even then, man, I don't know that I could sell it. Like that's man, it's such a foundation of my life, that knife. It's like I said, it's a first time I ever got a knife that wasn't, in a box off a shelf. It was actually made by the knife like the owner of the company. First time I ever had a custom one-off anything knife related. I mean, I've owned a lot of custom stuff before, like custom parachutes, custom wingsuits, custom harness container systems. I've owned a lot of custom parachuting gear. I made some of it myself, which is probably why I don't value it as high. But I have no knife making skills whatsoever. Like I'm sure, like if somebody were to show me, I could do it, but I don't have those skills. And it's the knife is representative to a lot of things. Like when I was talking to Miss Bushcraft about like, hey, maybe I'll do that YouTube channel like people have been talking to me about. And I had bought this knife in 2019, and I'm like, I got that knife I had for bushcrafting and stuff. I think it'd be great on a YouTube channel. It'd be fun. I'd be out using it. It would be a good time. And we were talking about it and be like, wouldn't it be great if like my channel went a little somewhere? And I got to do a little work with Phobos knives in some way, shape, or form. Oh, well, that dream became reality. So that knife represents that. This knife set is when I got introduced to Eric Hansen. Yeah, it's I'm probably not telling the story as well as I could, but it represents a lot more than just my first custom knife. It's kind of like that knife helped lay the foundation for this channel. In fact, wow, the video one of the videos that I have this knife in, it's the number one talked about thing. It got over 150,000 views roughly, and it brought in like 1,100 subscribers, and it really fueled that short along because a lot of people were like, hey, what's the knife on the right? Like I probably answered that question 200, 300 times. So yeah, man, I'm just not in the business of selling knives. I'm more like an end user, and the gear that I use is what I share on YouTube, and that keeps it fun for me. Desert, now you can see my toys. I still have to do a short. Yeah, I only have a cheap laptop and Xbox. I want to eventually get a good PC and stream. Oh, Marissa, your own system won't run that? I see what you're doing. You're trying. That's trickery, right? Oh, I need other systems to operate things. Oh, okay. I'm sure your processor will run a Sony or an Xbox game, no problem. Smarter than I am. I'd have sat and cried a bit and threw it away. I missed something. Oh, you know a thing or two about hatchets and axes, saws, etc. as well. Yeah, I tried to. I already contacted a guy over there to fix it. It's going to cost me $50 to fix it. She was only designed not to be able to chase me. Yeah, that's when you know a woman designed the bot is when you buy a female bot. It can do anything but keep a man happy. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. But it was just funny. Uh, Knew I was just a zip tire wheels. That's priceless. Um, wow, guys, we're coming up. We're way past our 2 hours. We're at like 2 hours and 45 minutes or so. So we're gonna wrap this up. Before we do, though, hey, who's interested in another live tomorrow? I'm thinking about throwing like a silky saw Saturday and busting out all the silky saws, and yeah, we can have the conversation any which way we want. But the tool of the evening will be saws, silky saws, and it's always open to other conversation. What axe is your most used one? I almost never use an axe, to be honest, Ole Hansen. I'll use a hatchet. I use a saw over an axe 95% of the time. In fact, it's amongst arborists, the axe is it's kind of like it's a novelty tool. It hangs there. Why would you like axes are pretty inefficient, especially if you're depending on what kind of situation you're in, camping and stuff. Axes are extremely loud. A saw is much quieter. So, but I'm a huge fan of Granfors Brucks, but I've used a couple of Granfors Brucks axes. As far as owning, I owned whatever Gerber model axe and hatchet back in the day. I've used some of the Fiskars ones. I mean, they're all. It depends on your needs and your interests. And I've used some axes I couldn't even tell you who the maker is. It's just an axe. Um, so we saw wood high doors. I will try to make it tomorrow night. Right on, Desert Driven. Splitting firewood, but a big knife made baton as well. Yeah, yeah. Or you can even use a hatchet, splitting it, the long way and stuff like that. Yeah, batoning is like usually I don't even. Man, I hate to ruin it. This is part of the reason why I started this channel is because not everybody is out there with their knife batoning wood split. Like a lot of us, it's like if you find a V notch in a tree, right? And you wedge the log in and you crank it and then you re-wedge it and like there's no need to cut the wood. You can just break it. A lot of stuff is just it's that simple. Cold Steel Trail Boss is king if you don't want to spend $200. Yeah, but what if you want to spend $200? I think that's one of the things I'm pursuing as well. I'm 51 years old now. I've made do a lot of times with lesser equipment. I broke a lot of lesser equipment. It had little value to me. It dulled quickly, so I just kind of like sharpen it as best I could and gift it to somebody. A lot of times, like the 10 years I spent bike touring, when I would mess around with an axe or something, it was usually something inexpensive. $40 to $60, give or take a little. I don't know what they'd cost nowadays. But I would use it, and then drop zones that I worked at, like I said, a lot of skydive centers, they have a bonfire. Like there's a fire pit at almost every drop zone in this country, at least the real ones. Real drop zones have fire pits. If it doesn't have a fire pit, then they're faking it. Um, but yeah, so I would go off like when I worked at Skydive DeLand, I was 10 minutes from the Ocala National Forest. So when I would have time off, I would go out in the Ocala National Forest camping for a week, 2, 3 sometimes. I'd go out there with all the tools and everything, and then when I'd come back, well, at the end of the season, I'd end up with an axe and stuff like that. Nothing fancy, but I'd end up leaving it at the drop zone. Like, here, you guys can have this if you need to split wood or, split up some kindling or something. It's nothing I really hung on to. So now I'm older. I've been through junk gear. I've left gear behind, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm just kind of like, buy once, cry once. So I'm going to buy stuff that will hopefully not only last me the rest of my life, but I can pass on to people as well. Or I can give it a fair shot if I decide I don't like it. Hey, I mean, it might be gently used, but I don't think anybody here is going to complain. Like, if I were going to give away a Granfors Brooks Scandinavian Forest axe, it's been gently used or something. Anybody going to complain about winning that? Like, I think it'd be a great giveaway for the channel. I don't even own one yet. I might like it and keep it. I don't know. I might like it and decide to, buy a second one and give it away. But you guys know what I'm saying. If you want to spend that much, you want this brand, Husqvarna. Yeah, Husqvarna's good. In fact, a lot of the arborists I know, they're like, oh, I want to buy American. They buy Husqvarna. But I don't mind Swedish tools. We're pretty friendly with Sweden. Last time I checked. Bushcraft have a great, yeah, you guys as well. So yeah, I was wrapping this up. But yeah, so hey, make sure you got the notification bell click there. And we'll be doing there's maybe like a 70-30. I'll do another live tomorrow night. If not, we'll definitely be back Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 0700 hours for you Corgi owning guys. But yeah, guys, everybody have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you laughed a little. I hope you learned a little. We're a little lucky you had both. Hopefully you laughed a little and learned a little. Dave James, meow, meow. Have an awesome evening, my friend. We will catch everybody soon. Desert Driven, Chaos Theory. B&A was up in here. Ole Hansen, thanks for hanging out. Marissa, hey. Beep, beep. Whatever, like some R2D2 language for you. Newhouse Lock and Key, always a pleasure to see you, my man. Thanks for hanging out. If I can't remember everybody off the top of my head. But yeah, good night, everybody. Sleep well. We'll catch you on the next one.